Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I hope everyone's doing good this evening. God bless you all. Let's go up here and take a look. KU's the first one. Yes. She says hi, PG and everyone. Kat running in second. And Ronald Wilson. Hello, everyone. He's third. God bless you guys. KU says you all been waiting for PG for a while now. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sometimes I have to go back and grab some content, that last second stuff I forgot. So sorry about that. So, how's everyone's weekend going? I hope it's going great. Saturday night. Hello to you, Susan. Hello. Hi to you, the other side. Sharon. The other Sharon. The other side. So not. Sorry about that. All souls. Hey, PG and chat. Much love. Much love to you. Hello, Fonda. Hello. Hello, Sarah Lee. She says, hello, family. Hello, Tracy. Ronald Wilson. Wait, window baby. How are you doing tonight, my friend? And how are cells on them campus pillows looking? I'm sure they ain't looking too bright there, Ronald. If you're talking about the pillow. Crime Crazy says, hello, English Rose. Much love. Much love to you, sweetie. Texas Gal, hi, PG and chat. Much love. Glad you're on. Much love to you. Yeah, I took last night off. I actually went out. I actually took the night off and went out. Hello, Brenda. She says, good evening and God bless you, PG. I've missed you. I love you, girl. I appreciate that. KU says, at truth, much love. Oh, much love to you, KU. Oh, there's our bucket list has holes. Hi, everyone coming in. Good to see everyone. Good to see you, sweetheart. God bless. There's my white window baby. Always passing out the love at truth. I'm good. And you? That's way. I miss white window baby. I don't know. She says, hey, Deborah. Much love. Much love to you, white window baby. Aw, there she is on Crime Crazy. My love. White window baby is so sweet. Aw, thank you, Texas Gal. She says hello to the wonderful mods. Much love. Absolutely. We have awesome mods. Awesome mods. Aw, thank you, White Window Baby. I love you, PG. Much love. Much love to you, girl. Yeah, we got beautiful mods over here. Absolutely some beautiful mods. We got a beautiful family. I do thank the Lord for putting this family together. I just wanted to give everybody time to come in. No, me and Jody Sue are not good friends at all. Jody Sue had issues with me from the get, and I don't even know why. She had some serious mental issues, right? She didn't want anyone coming in that, you know, may Jody Sue has some kind of issues, and I'm going to address those issues, not tonight, but I will be addressing those issues. I've been doing a lot of research on a few things, and I am going to bring it out. Yeah, she is bullshit. That's the truth, the other Sharon. That's absolutely the truth. I don't care. I don't give one freaking iota for Jody Sue. She implicated herself too much into this case from the beginning, right? I mean, something smells like a rat. If it smells like a rat, it probably is, right? It's such a distinguishing odor. One that you don't ever forget. Oh, good evening, Melanie. She says, good evening, PG and family. No summer, no peace. Amen. Absolutely. Oh, I love your avatar. That is so beautiful. That is beautiful. Yeah, absolutely, Sarah Lee. And she can kiss mine as well. Cindy Rose. Thank y'all. Much love. Much love to you, sweetie. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. Peace, hugs, and understanding. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Susie, um, it's the truth. Yeah, something ain't right there. Yeah, I do, Tracy. I will call you out on your lies and your BS. You got that right. Um, you know, that lady like had some kind of she had a lot of mental issues. Oh my goodness, thank you. There's my sweet Norway. God bless you, sweetie. To my dear mentor and friend PG, I love you, and all the women in chat. Much love. Thank you all for prayers. PG, this is for you, lovely children. Oh, thank you. Summer Moon, we will not ever give up on you. Much love. Absolutely, that is the truth. We will not ever give up on her, will we? Absolutely not. Not until she is found, brought home, and she'll always be remembered, even after we get her home and we hopefully, she's still with us, but I fear she is not. I totally fear she is not, but you know what? She'll sure have a burial of a real princess when we find her. I'm not going to say if because there's no F to it. We will find her and we will lay her to rest if she is no longer with us. And God bless her. She won't ever be forgotten, ever. Aw, Mama Norway, love and prayers to you, sweetie. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have all been praying for her, and I hope she's doing so much better. But she's in here, so there you go. Power of God, right? Power of God. Amen. God works miracles every day. Every single day he works miracles, and he works them through us. Absolutely. Jody Sue wanted to run the narrative, and there's a problem with that when someone steps in like she has from the beginning and wanted to run the narrative. Um, it's not, it's not a good thing. It's absolutely not a good thing to have someone wanting to run a narrative. I love you all, beautiful women. God bless you all. God bless you, sweet Norway. God bless you. Much, much love to you. I hope you're doing so much better. I absolutely do. We were so worried. Oh, thank you. Bucket List Has Holes. Says, God bless you too, sweet Norway. Many prayers and much, much love. Absolutely. Yeah. She had group hugs. There we go. Thank you. She did want to run the narrative. She's inserted herself um in a very suspicious manner, right? I mean, when she first came out to say a few things, um, it, as many did, it was like, okay, you know, but then to, you know, insert herself the way she did, she didn't insert herself as wanting to bring Summer home and solve the case. She inserted herself in as, you know, wanting to protect oneself and blame others, and it just wasn't a good fix, right? And I mean, it's been an overkill of, no, what words am I looking for? I am definitely looking, I guess, for the words of, she inserted herself to debunk anything that might come back upon her family, and actually to really debunk anything that will solve this case, to be honest with you. Oh, sweet Norway, thank you. And this is for your coffee. Oh, well, God bless you. God bless you. Absolutely. She is so sweet. Elizabeth, we all worry about sweet Norway and PG's house. Oh, trust me, don't worry. Please don't worry. Me and Miss Norway, we walk with God, and Jesus watches, he goes with us, and the angels watch over us, right? So we will be fine. As long as you got God, you got everything. Trust and believe that. That's all you need. A lot of times that's all you have. And it proves that's all you need. Like there's a story of a lady that was on her way home, and she had hit an alley that she needed to go through, and there's a man standing in it, right? And that man put a ping of fear in her, but even though she was scared, she prayed up and went on down through that alley and home. And the next day she read in the paper where a lady had got attacked right after her in that alley. And she went to the police, able to give a description of him and everything, and they caught him. And they asked her if she would like, since she was able to help the case so much, if there's anything she'd like to ask him. And she said yes, why he didn't attack her. And he said he didn't attack her because she had two men with her when she came down that alley. And absolutely, she had nobody. It was two angels, right? Because she prayed up before she moved on. So there you go. That's the power of God right there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, thank you, Lucy. She says, "Hey, PG, doing well. I hope you're doing well tonight. Love you. Missed you last night." Yeah, I'm sorry. I decided to go out. I ain't been out in forever, really. So I actually went out. Oh, that's so sweet, Susan. Coats of many colors protect us all. There you go. I just went out for some pizza and actually went out for pizza and just an evening out. It was beautiful. It's so beautiful. I mean, it's springtime and it's not too hot. It's not too cold. Um, Actually beautiful. Yeah, I absolutely need to get out once in a while. I think we all need to take a break once in a while. Yeah, I'm glad I had a night out too. I don't know when I'll ever get another one, but Jody Soup reminds me of Grady something from Bewitched. Oh shit. Well, anyway, yeah, I often wondered if Don and Candace's mental capacity. I mean, both of them. We know both of them deal with mental issues, and you know that's one of the first things that um, when you have any type of criminal case going on, that's the first thing that law enforcement does is they psychological evaluations. They try to figure out um, the person's psyche, right, to see if they're um, mentally disturbed, if they're you know have anything in their background. They usually go around, they sneak around and try to collect, first they hit the insurance card, try to see what kind of medical attention you've had in the past. Then they go to family, friends, things like that, try to figure out, how they feel about who you are, what they know about you, so forth, so on. But and then they do their questioning and their personal evaluation as well, and that gives them a scale of 1 to 10, you know if you are capable of you know committing a crime, if you're capable of um covering it up, if you're capable of hiding information, or if you're 100% forthcoming, truthful, reliable. Um, you know, that's pretty much what they do is size you up, right? In a case. So I am sure that, they've, well, it wasn't hard to really size Dawn and Candace up, right? Especially Candace. But I mean, even Donald was sizing her up and trying to keep her in the dark out of fear that she was going to mess up. And but she too wanted to keep him in the dark because she was afraid he's going to mess up as well, right? So you had two people wanting to keep one another in the dark. In this particular case, which makes it hard to really figure out what 100% happened. Yeah, that's true, Lost Souls. They got the monkeypox. What a weird name. I think it just hit New York City, and um, yeah, it's bad enough we just dealt with what we had, right? But now they got something new on us, and I actually looked at pictures of, you know, that particular stuff today. I was looking into it as well. And whoa. I mean, like, chickenpox ain't nothing compared to that, right? I think that actually it's not like I mean, chickenpox is more like mosquito bites, right? Itchy, popped up mosquito. Those monkey pops are more like, whoa, um, like little pea-sized looking tumors or something. I don't know. All over the person's skin. It's crazy. Yeah, fear kills quicker. That's right. I don't know if they've ever killed anybody or not. It didn't. I didn't get that far with it, but it is airborne. So you have to eat or drink, or the person literally have to sneeze and um, or they say it not don't spray it kind of thing. A lot of people spray it when they say it, right? And that could spread it. Um, I don't know. I think I just keep my mask on. I think I'll keep wearing it for a while because it's getting one thing after the other over here, right? And I don't know when it's going to stop. We're just That's why you don't, you know, open our borders the way we opened them. It shouldn't be like that. I mean, there's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things, and you should have to come through customs and everyone be checked. And like back in the day, to come in you had to be quarantined for what, like 10 days before and then they went around. If you had anything, you got back on the boat, and that's that was that. You know, they really made sure that our country was safe when people came into it. But now, I mean, all kinds of shit's getting packed into here, and it's got to stop, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah. He said I need to go out and do it more. Um, and that's the way you end up married. I ain't trying to go there. Yeah, that's what should be in place, KU. Absolutely. I mean, you know, everybody says that we need to move forward, and advance technology and everything, and I agree. I mean, I agree it is good to move forward, you know to a certain extent, but um sometimes it's not good to move forward. Sometimes it's better to you know it's better to stay where you're at, right? I mean, especially when it comes to safety issues and things like that. Absolutely. Oh, there you are, sweet Norway. I'm going to bring you up, hon. How you doing, lovely lady?
Hiya, Prayer Garden.
Oh,
Hi.
you are home. God bless
Yes,
you.
I came home last day.
Oh, I'm so proud to see you're at home. I'm so glad.
Yes, I just want to say I don't want to talk about me, but I want to say thank you all for prayers. And
Oh,
I didn't mean to crash, but it's so strange when I was so sick because they have to put me to sleep in like coma. For 2 days, just put me to sleep because my kidney was total failed, and it's so strange. I didn't have nobody, and I just felt so alone, and I felt like you are my family, and I have only talked with you in the phone or here. So you are a beautiful person, and that shows how much I care about you because I look at you as my mentor because not only did I do it for Summer's case, but also you are a good Christian woman. You understand me? And I needed that. I was scared, to be honest, and I'm still scared, but I don't want to talk about that. But it's not looking good. But what can we do? I am back home, and Prayer Garden, when we mothers are sick, I was never scared. I am not scared about myself. But I say, please, God, don't take me away from my two daughters because they only have me.
right.
And since they
Absolutely.
are, yeah. So enough about that. Yes, how are you doing, Prayer Garden?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing
Yeah,
good, sweetheart.
yes, that's good. I want to say something. I say something about Jody Sue?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I am so proud of you. In the beginning, you was not the only one, but you was one of the few one who was not pointing, but pointing the finger at Jody Sue, like there was something wrong there. And everybody they were talking, oh, prayer God, this, they didn't believe you. And look at now, here
Mm-hmm.
they come. But nobody will say, I'm sorry. You have said this for a long time. You and me have talked about it before many times. And everything they're coming with now, you have told me before. So, and also when I saw Michelle, um, when she was coming to your channel, then I know you have made it. You have been big. And also I listen to Michelle sometimes because she has she's keeping it direct, and she always talking good about you. So I am so proud of you. And when it comes to Jody Sue, Tiffany and Jody Sue say that Jody Sue is terrible because now everybody want to hunt her down and take her. And they are threatening her, and they're saying they are waiting outside her house. She is on the Facebook all day.
Mm-hmm.
First, I have never, I have seen her in distress of nobody outside the camper, first of all. So that is a lie. And we are not the problem. She have problem. She is the problem. She inserted herself. And if you know Prayer Garden, you have children at home, and so do I. If somebody threaten me, I will stop YouTube directly because of my children.
Right.
And I will go so far to say they need to take the child, 14-year-old child. And I normally never talk about this thing for a mother. But this child, 14 years old, I was listening to one channel. I don't remember. It wasn't a popular channel. It was, I don't know the channel. And Jody Sue give the phone to her daughter, and the daughter say, "Oh, my father is terrorizing me." with he have seen summer dead. What is this? And nobody is doing nothing. So this is only Jody Sue destroying herself. This is nobody
Mm-hmm.
threatening her. She is threatening everybody else. And
Absolutely.
poor Mr. Dobb. Mr. Dobb is playing his guitar and sitting with a dog. And she ran him off, the crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That I want to say. I am sorry I'm talking, but I am so angry. And the son, about her son, Andy Jr. This is not his original name, but they're calling him that. And she say, my child. Oh, who is the child? Age is the child.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't bother talking about age.
Nope.
No, he is not a child, but he is a child.
Yes.
And Jody Susan is a grown man. He
Yes,
is
he is.
19 years. He is grown. Maybe not here, but he's grown. And I want to say, and then they start saying, but they seen him in the woods in September.
Mm.
Okay.
I
If he in the wood in September, he have been in the wood always. I am
yeah,
sorry to interrupt.
absolutely.
That is my
Absolutely.
feeling.
And
Yeah.
you know, your feelings are absolutely 100% right.
Thank
Absolutely
you. I
100%
didn't
right.
mean to be
Um
crass. I am sorry for this, but they took. I have a little bit problem talking, so I'm not hope I am screaming. I
I
am
um
sorry.
I have been doing my homework on Jody Sue, and
Yeah.
you know, um because Chris told Jody Sue after she asked what the odds was that a peeping Tom
Hmm.
would snatch a
I
child.
know.
She asked
I
that,
know.
and Chris said the odds were a peeping Tom would snatch a child, and
Yeah.
that peeping Toms are a big red flag. After
Yes, he
that,
said
after this particular conversation, Jody Sue decided to turn Donald into a peeping Tom. It was,
exactly.
yeah, why? Why?
Amen. Why?
That, yes, why? And, um, was it, to protect her son? You know, the son
Yes.
that ran off at, the Wells
Yes.
property. And I don't think that was in September. I think it was in August because Donald had
Okay,
told me
August.
about it. I do not, um, I can't remember a lot about it. I do remember Donald talking about it.
Yeah.
The ladies chasing a ghost and attacking Jody Sue and her family, who Donald said had just came back from someplace. I don't know where they come back from, but this is what Donald was telling me.
Yeah.
Jody Sue's son was supposedly driving that day.
Yeah.
Where he took Jody Sue and the sister, I do not know. Just that, he was supposedly with them and got attacked by, from what Donald's saying, attacked by these ladies for no reason. Okay, so is it because he's afraid of Andy? The answer is yes. Donald is definitely scared of Andy. I know that
Yeah.
for a fact.
Yeah.
So could Jody Sue's son that day on June the 15th, 2021, could he have done something? The answer is absolutely yes. I mean,
Of course.
absolutely. Right? I mean, am I lying? Absolutely. I mean, we don't know. And would Don and Candace be scared to implicate them? Of
Yeah.
course they would. They
Of
would be
course.
scared, you know? Um, Jody Sue did say she heard Summer scream. Now, at first, she
Now she
said,
have changed. Before it was, you know what? I don't mean to interrupt you. You know the
well, you go
scream.
right ahead, sweetheart.
You know the scream. She was like big drama. It was like
Mm-hmm.
animalistic.
And her
It
son
was
said that too.
I was hypersensitive. She's only about drama. She's crazy. And now it is Summer scream. And also, I can tell you,
Mm-hmm.
Donald have never lurked at her window. If he have done that, she have shot him. This woman is crazy.
Yes, she is.
He
Oh,
have
thank
never.
you to Boss. Thank you, PG,
Oh,
for
thank
always keeping
you.
Summer Moon Utah's name out there. We we are all family, and Summer strong here. No Summer, no peace.
No
Much
peace.
love.
Oh,
Absolutely.
thank you, the boss.
Absolutely. Yes. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, I am so grateful. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah,
Yes, and you are absolutely right. At first, it was an animalistic scream,
yeah.
and he wasn't sure if it was,
The,
Candus, Grandis, Summer, and now all
and
of a sudden it's Summer for sure, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm. And I
And
totally agree with you.
I don't understand. I have never understand. She is cleaning her foot because she don't want the dog to smell. But they was only looking for summer smell,
Oh,
not
let
Jody
me tell
Sue
you,
smell.
yes, absolutely. I wanted
Yeah.
to get to that too
And the
because
dog is stopping with her foot.
let me
And
tell you now, if her son, now this is just, I this is my opinion.
this is
I
only alleged.
allegedly, this is my
Yeah,
opinion.
allegedly.
Um,
Yeah.
and in my opinion, this is basically just a scenario. It's just a
Yeah.
scenario.
Yes.
But if her son, if her son would have had Summer up there in the cabin, and Jody
Yeah.
Sue, they heard a scream, all right, Summer screaming because he had her in that
Yes.
cabin, and Jody Sue stepped on her clothes, then the dogs would have stopped at her feet, right?
Exactly.
Yes, because her feet would have
Yes.
had Summer's
Exactly.
scent on them. There you
Exactly.
go.
And then this is also a scenario, but in 19, 20 years age, they are very, hyper sexual,
You
and
know,
I don't know, he can have been lurking for a long time. And, Candice is always drinking and sleeping. And Summer
Candace,
was a
Candace,
very,
Candace is the thing is, we got to keep an open mind in this case.
yeah, of course.
We do. I mean, um, we have to get, the thing is we got to figure out where Summer is, right? We got to figure out what happened to her.
Exactly.
We've got to figure out how to get her
We
home, and
got
we've
to.
got to, but most of all, we got to figure out why, things ain't being pushed harder on this case, right? That's what we got to figure out. Now,
Yes.
do I truly believe Jody Sue's son did something to Summer? Well, early on, I felt that if it was not Candace and Donald, then yes, it has to be, across that road. Absolutely. And there for a long time, I felt that, I had this feeling, you know, they could, that not just Candace Grant. I always said that, Candace Grandis and possibly Jody Sue knew what happened that day.
Yeah.
And, and I'm still sticking to that because it's
Yes.
pretty much if, I don't know what happened, but I can guarantee you them people right there do. They did.
Yes.
And even if Candace and Grandis knew what happened, they would, as I said, they would be scared to tell. And like I
Yeah.
also said, um, even right up to Donald went to jail, I was talking with him on the phone, and Andy was leaving the house. Andy was at 110 Ben Hill Road in Donald
Yes.
Wells' house speaking with him right before Donald went to jail.
I
And that
remember
wasn't
you
the only
say that.
time he was up there since Summer's been up missing. Andy goes there, you know, Andy keeps up with the Wells. And so, and I'm telling you, Donald is afraid of Andy. And I will, and I will bring that out to prove it. I will
Yeah.
absolutely bring video recording out to prove what I'm saying, is true.
Yes.
I don't bring anything here that I cannot show receipts for. But,
I
um,
know. I know.
absolutely.
You are
But,
very careful.
and
You
as
are
I said,
always careful.
I really just jumped onto all of this today because I have been going backwards and coming forward because I feel there was something we missed, and
Yes.
I know in all cases that, um, it's hard, it's hard to see the forest floor for the trees, right? I mean, sometimes when you're in it, when you're in the mix, you're not you're missing a lot of things. It's after you get
Yes.
out that you really realize, what was going on, right?
Yeah.
So, sometimes they say you have to step back and you have to,
Exactly.
recollect and take another
Yeah.
look. And that's what, I've been trying to do.
Yeah.
And as I said, it's a very good possibility that something went wrong there. Absolutely.
Yes.
You know,
But also,
as I
I
said, though,
would
this is just a theory. I'm not saying that, oh,
listen.
yeah, this
I
somebody
know
did.
you have never done that. You
Mm-mm.
have never.
I'm not
But
saying
this
that.
is a child
Right.
who is 5 years old, 6 now, who is missing a little angel, a baby.
Right.
And we have to explore
And
every
Jody's,
avenue.
as we do. And
And what
Jody
made
did,
me
Sue did
angry,
say that the boys came over there and would get into her refrigerator for food and stuff, right? And if the boys
I
went
don't
over
believe
there,
she gave them food.
if the boys, oh, she said they would sneak in and get food out of her fridge sometimes, and she didn't care. But if they did
Oh, she
that,
would care. She would care.
yeah, I would think so
She's
too.
not
But
a
I
good
don't
woman.
know. I'm thinking if they did go over there to do something like that, would Summer do it as well? But then
Poor
again,
children.
if these ladies, in fact, know for a fact, if these ladies for a fact knew that it was her 19-year-old son that they chased through the woods that day when the alarm went off
Yeah.
down to where they found him,
Yeah.
and they know for a fact that was the color shirt, and it was pretty much him for sure, then that now we're talking a whole new ball game here,
Yeah.
because if that's true, it's a possibility that only two things he would have been up there for. One is if he done something and he wanted to, you know, and he wanted to,
Many wanted to listen what they're talking about.
yes, go up in
Yes.
here, or if some reason his family was implicated and he
Yeah.
wanted to go up in here, to make sure Don and Candus ain't saying anything. One way or another,
Yes.
he was interested in hearing what they were talking about, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it's two, three different witnesses. So that is a fact, I think. Not a fact, I cannot say it's hearsay, but, and I also want to say what made me so angry, because Jody Sue have cancer before, not now, before, and because she lived in a domestic violence, we cannot touch her, we cannot talk. She is not get immune because of this. And I will never talk about domestic violence. I will be very careful. I have been there myself. But what I want to say, in my case, I didn't even want to talk against him. I think it was mutual because with her and Andy, but I cannot say because her mouth is so big. And I think it was mutual violence against each other. Um, but that is another story. That is nothing to do with this. But I am very worried about her daughter, but I don't want to bring her up anymore. But she bring her up. I was shocked when I heard this little girl. She gave the phone. and she talked to and said, "My father is terrorizing me. He's saying he sees Summer dead. What is this?" And
Um, no, Dom would be afraid of Andy because what you don't understand is most addicts are are scared of the dealers. Most addicts
yes,
are scared of the
very
dealers.
scared. Yeah,
And
very
because the
scared.
dealers have so many
So
dealers
much
have
power.
so many so many unreliable friends, they have a lot of friends that they can get to do a lot of cruel, disgusting things
Yeah. But
if
not
need
only
be.
that, Prayer Garden, I want to say something important. The dealer have what you need to get healthy. You need that fix. So you want to kiss the dealer's feet.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah. You have
but
it's the
well, that's
illness.
true. That's true too. But um, you know, dealers are a dime a dozen, right? Um,
Yeah.
you can. I'm sure Don knew other dealers. I just think that that was his main vein, his main
Yeah.
connection, and
Yes.
and he decided to exalt it because it was so close to him. But as you heard Jody Sue herself say, that it was 1,000 plus a week. Andy was pulling in 1,000, but they still had money for liquor, cigarettes, and other things, as if she thought they should have been flat ass broke and gave them all their money, right? She couldn't figure out where Don's money was coming from,
I
and
don't want I think she's using too. I looking sometime in Facebook. I think she's using too. I don't know. I know a whole lot about using because of you know what, and there is something wrong. Of
truth warrior, don't tell me what kind of Christian I am. People's walks
what?
with God is personal, and if you had any brains in your head at all, you would understand that. But you don't. And then here at the end of your thing, you got STFU, which means shut the fuck up, right? So you know what? And you want to come in here like you got some Christian ass on the backside of you. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Um, well, your words right there of what you try to put upon me is really upon oneself. You are the one that is a
Yes,
fake ass Christian that came in
yes.
here to try to judge somebody else. You know what you can do? I don't judge nobody at all.
The
I'm just
Bible
stating.
say you shall
I'm
not
just.
judge.
I'm just looking at scenarios and stating facts, not fiction. But you come in here and you bear false witness upon someone. You know what you can do? You can kiss the backside of my fucking ass. That's what you can do.
Yes,
And there's a new type of Christian. It's called the type that don't put up your shit no more. Get the fuck out of here. You're blocked. There you go.
they are
Okay,
so.
sweetie. We just need to move on from there, right?
Yeah,
The devil
this is.
always trying to put his game where nobody wants to play it. And over here
They
we ain't
call
playing it.
themselves Christian, but what they do is only judging, judging, judging.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm
So
not I'm not judging nobody. I'm just stating facts from, facts that we
yes,
have to put on the table. And the fact is,
we have to.
these
This is
ladies said
about
they
a
chased
baby who's missing.
right. These ladies
What
said they
you
chased
are
this
the
man
only
to the
one
road.
left. You have fighting 11 and a half months for this. You have a family. You have a work. You are alone. People
Amen.
need to thank you. What is wrong with people? Don't they
They're
see
just
you are
they're just
fighting for a
hateful.
child?
Some
This
humans are
child
just
is not even yours.
they're
This
just
is not
hateful
your
and
child.
bitter. They're hateful, bitter, and
Yeah.
ugly, and and that's their problem, not yours. But but they want to. The devil's on their back, and they want to try to get on. They want to try to get on your back. And that ain't going to happen because
Uh,
I
and
don't deal with that
also,
shit.
one day I was listening to you and Wisconsin. Mary and Jeannie, I will be very careful because it's a very this is not about that. I just want to mention, like a side note,
Right.
it's a very sensitive uh, discussion. But in my opinion, I also want to thank you because for bringing that up. Because when this was happening in the beginning, I didn't think so much. But after a while, I see how much McDonough and Mary took away from this case, and I'm very sad for that. But done is done, so it's over with. But and also, I think a lot of this question we are asking is in the beginning, and if we listen, we will find the answer. But where is it? It's like a puzzle spill, puzzle. I don't know in America what it is. You need to place, and sometimes it's in the oh hey Wisconsin mama, and sometimes it is in the beginning. We cannot never give up. I want the guilty one to go to prison, and I want her laid to rest.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what we want. We want, we absolutely want, you know, most most for me, you know, for me, and I'm sure that I'm talking as well for everyone here, Summer's Army, you know, most of all what we want is to find Summer, right? That's what we
Yeah,
mostly want, is to find her. And cuz that's the most important. But you know, do we want justice? Absolutely. I mean, whoever did such a heinous, horrible thing to this beautiful child that had a whole life and a future
yeah.
ahead of her, do
And
they
also, they
deserve to
can do
be?
it again.
Yes, do they deserve to be, you know, um, brought to justice? Absolutely, yes. And you're right. So don't do it to anyone else. If we allow them
Yes,
to get away with this, they will do it again. And we do
yes,
not want this to happen again to no one, right? Absolutely. But Jody Sue, she is running the narrative. She's running the narrative in all of this. Um, you
yeah,
know, and 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 this is all, factual. This is factual. This is factual stuff that is being brought out here and put on the table. I mean, these ladies did say they chased someone. They did say that it was her son for sure. And
yes,
but Candace lied and pushed it aside as well as Jody Sue, right? They exactly. They both said that, oh no, 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 he was just getting the mail,
yes,
and made excuses for him. The dogs did stop at her feet. We heard that
yeah,
out of her own mouth, and I will play it again. Not tonight because tonight wasn't what I was, on. But I will bring all the content to show
yeah,
that yes, the dogs did stop at her feet. Yes, they did say they chased her. Um, her son. Yes. Donald did is
yes,
afraid of Andy because I got recording where I will show you that he is afraid of Andy. Yes, he is.
yeah. Because you
And
was talking with Don. You tell me you was
yes,
talking with Don, and Andy was there,
yes,
or he have left or something. You say.
he was leaving. He was on his way
Mm,
out when I was speaking
I know.
with
I
Donald.
remember you said.
Mm-hmm. But I have a recording of Donald plainly trying to lie because he was scared of Andy, saying he didn't say nothing about. I didn't say nothing about Andy. I didn't say, and I will bring that out and show it because he was scared. He's scared of Andy, and that's why he was trying to back me down um, from what I was telling him about Andy.
Yeah,
So I will bring that out to y'all to show you. Yes, he is scared of Andy. That and crazy Jody Sue.
can,
Not
can
so
I
much
ask
Jody Sue as Andy and Jody
my
Sue. Um, Go ahead, sweetheart.
my sweet sister? Can I ask you something? I
Sure.
want to see if you feel the same. You know something, Prayer Garden. Uh, all I have to do at night in hospital, I couldn't sleep. It was chaos. And I asked them, why is it chaos? They say, because COVID is finished. Everybody start going to doctor and they are so long behind with the operation. So, but enough about that. And I was thinking all night about this case. And I want to say, you know, when I think about Jody Sue, I feel she is guilty of something.
Absolutely.
But I am also, in my opinion, very strong feeling Candus is guilty and also Candus, but primary Candus. And I believe Donald no. He knows because they are living together. Come on now. So 24/7. But here is my question to you. You know what I feel? Start feeling this case is bigger. I have felt that before. I believe maybe there are many people involved. And why it is not coming out, I think is because maybe they have secrets on each other. But you know what many people know would or normally come out. But I don't know. There is something wrong with this case, someplace, because I don't think it's only Don and Candace and Grandis. I actually very strong feel Jody Sue and this holler have so many, child molester. There is something deep secret in her.
Yeah,
So many predator. And I
that's true.
also feel Sheriff Ronson and the team know, but they cannot prove it.
Hmm.
I feel
Right.
they know. They are not stupid, but
Yeah.
they can't prove it. You have to prove it.
Right. Absolutely.
It's terrible if they go free.
She also, Jody Sue also, um, she also made up a red truck. And at first she was
Yeah,
saying it drove all the way up to the basement door.
yeah,
And she heard doors opening and shutting. I mean, she said first it didn't go all the way up, it went half up and
yeah,
doors opening and shutting. Then she said that she could look over and it went all the way to the basement door, right? I mean,
yes,
Jody Sue, what was it? And then now she says just a flash of red. She don't know if it was a truck or not. She don't know what the hell it was, right? They thought it was a neighbor. I mean, she has changed up the story, twisted it, turned it, and fucked it
yeah,
around. Why? Because it ain't true. She was setting a stage of abduction from day one. And
yes,
and why would she do that? Why would she do that unless she was protecting someone? Right?
yes,
And the dogs did stop right at her feet. And I'm telling you, if she'd have stepped on the child's clothes, the dogs would have stopped at her feet. Dogs don't mess up. She
no,
obviously
the
had some
dogs are
scent
very good.
on her feet, and she did get in the water, right? That's probably why she was in the damn
And
water,
she
trying to
took
get it
her
off.
crazy dog, her big dog with her to making cows. She
And she
went
had
out with her
right.
dog.
Mm-hmm.
And uh, she is smelling guilty.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
And
And
also her her and Andy separated
he was
fast.
gone before she was.
Exactly. There is also a red flag. And why did Candace and Jody Sue in the beginning talking about the timeline?
Right.
Why?
I don't know. That has often bugged me.
Yeah, me
And
too.
why Jody Sue has stayed so close to this case, with a
Yes,
real need to control it is a big red flag as well, right?
yes,
She also made sure to give her son an alibi from day one, right? I mean,
Yes.
from day one up till now, she's been
She
giving
makes
him.
sure that he also
Mm-hmm.
heard the scream, animalistic scream,
You know,
hyper focus.
did he do something and they covered it up? Very
Yeah,
possible. You know, in
yeah,
my opinion, that's very possible. Um,
yes,
and Andy Senior's mother is also friends with Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, right? They're Facebook friends, also. You know,
ah,
so that's something to look at as well.
yeah,
You know, could that be a hindrance upon the case? A bias,
yeah,
some biasness? Absolutely. Absolutely. It could be a lot of biasness there. Um, we don't know what these people's into. We don't know,
no, we
you
don't
know,
know.
we don't know. Um, all we do know is there's a lot of fucking evil people up there in that holler, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
and
we
we
know that
also
the
know
Bells, the Jody Sue and her family, and there's a few other ones up in there, that I
yeah,
won't mention, but they're
the,
just as
exactly. But
crooked
we
as a
have to
dog's
check
leg.
every avenue.
Absolutely. And
If we will help Summer, we cannot get tunnel vision.
well, we
We
have to keep
must,
in mind that Summer
yeah,
is the real victim here.
yeah,
Summer is the one
exactly,
that deserves justice.
exactly.
And she is the one that,
Jody Sue is acting like she is the
somehow
victim.
been put through something that she should not have ever been put through. And that's messed up. And that's what we got to
Terrible.
keep in
It's
mind. And that's
terrible.
why we got to keep, we ain't got time to have no feel sorry for nobody but her at this point, you know, and her brothers who, need closure as well as she,
Yes.
as Summer needs closure to be found, brought home, and justice got for her.
That's the
We don't have just one child, but we have four children.
losing hope that
Four
we
children dependent on
will
us,
find her.
you know, to do what's right for them.
Yeah, poor
That's who we
Summer.
work for.
You know why this case took me with. So first of all, it was my birthday, 15th June. But you know why this case took me? Summer didn't have a chance from the beginning.
Absolutely.
She didn't have a chance from the beginning.
No,
And she did save her brothers.
she did. She did.
And I have
Yeah,
to say, I have never heard the family in Utah talking for her. I am so, so proud of you. You are her spokeswoman, grandmother. We can never stop fighting for her because the family doesn't.
that's right.
And I don't want to talk bad about the family of Candus, but they also are not doing nothing. I want to be honest.
Right.
Yeah,
It's as this is this has been a real roller coaster ride
yeah,
of a case, and it's really the hardest parts is when you see the roller coaster go downhill and dip into that pile of shit of feel sorry for Candus,
yeah.
or feel sorry for Donald, or feel sorry for Grandis, or feel sorry for Jody Sue, or feel sorry for somebody else. I can't feel sorry for them cocksuckers. I'm sorry.
No, no, no.
I'm bringing you
Never,
up, Lisa.
never.
I can't feel sorry for none of them, to be perfectly honest with you. And you know, um, I can't, because Summer is the victim,
Yes,
and
he
I
is.
can't feel sorry for him because I see them using.
And she was a victim before she got gone.
I see them using this beautiful little girl that needs to be found, and they're the closest to her. Should be hunting the hardest. And no, they're lying. They're telling a bunch of bullshit. ran us around the fucking bush. They did
Yeah.
everything in their power to, to bury her
Yeah.
in the dark instead of bring her to the light.
Yes.
And that pisses me the fuck off so they can make an extra dollar off of her back, right? And that's bullshit.
Yes.
Pure fucking bullshit. But you got Jody Sue and the parents, and and I'm not gonna lie, I even, marrying them, I throw them in that category as well. And I'm sorry if anyone gets pissed off at me, but I feel they got in the mix because that's
Can
what
I,
they did too. Made a cooking
you
channel
know how
off of her,
sick
going to
this
write a
is?
fucking book. The hell with their bullshit.
You know how sick this is? I was one day looking at Jody Sue. She is a suspect, okay?
Absolutely.
And you are fighting for someone, only listen. She get more chat, um, what the name, money than you. And I was thinking, I want to strangle. No, I don't want to talk like this, but I was so mad. I was thinking, what is this kind of a world?
Right. Right. Absolutely. I agree.
I am mortified.
Sometimes it can, oh, and that's why I have open panel here every night, and I'm working on the phone thing to make it better, so people can call in and it actually be like you're on panel instead of the way we've
Yeah.
been doing it. But
I
you
think
know
many people will
so
maybe,
right, because so many people need to be able to vent. They need to
yeah,
be able to give their insight and output on this. To
yes,
you know, this is one of them cases that is bottling up in so many people. To the point you feel like you're going to pop, right? And you
yeah,
really need to just be able to get it, some of that out of your mind, body, and soul. You need to bend it so that
yes,
the world can hear it, and that you're not the only one bottled up with it, and that everyone else is listening, and they know you love this little girl, and they know you care, and they know that you are on the right path of support for who the support should really be for, right? And we
yes,
feel that the more of us that put the voice out here and you know to the public, the more that other people are going to turn away from the wrong roads and quit supporting these suspects, and start
yes.
supporting what needs to be supported. It, like I said, sometimes we got to go back.
Yeah, we
We
gotta
got to
go
go
back.
back to where the
Yeah,
victim was the one that got all the support, and the suspects are the ones that got that fucking stare to go to hell until we could find out that they are no longer a suspect, right?
yes,
But as long as they wasn't getting no support. All they was going to get was that look to stay back until you are cleared. And we need to go back to that. We need to go
yeah,
back to firm justice for all people, not just children and older people, but for all people. Because this world is getting evil. This world is attacking.
yeah,
Is an attacking place now, and many people, are being looked at. Either being buried in the dark, like Summer and her
yes,
brothers and them, or
yes,
else they're being, being looked at as liars, not telling the truth, right? Or they're
yes,
anything to support the evil bastards. Well, we got to quit
yes,
supporting the evil bastards and start supporting the people that matter, and that's the real victims. We got to
yes.
quit allowing this world to turn the
Amen.
fucking table onto evilness. We got to turn it back into
Satan is real.
righteousness. Satan is loose. But you know
Satan is
what?
loose.
We've
Yes,
got to turn that table back to where
yeah,
it belongs, right? And we're going to
yes,
damn well do it. We're going to do it, especially for children, because children have no voice, and we got to be their voice. And if we're going
yes,
to be their voice,
exactly.
then we're going to turn that damn table back, and we want better laws
Yes,
and stiffer laws and things done a little differently when it comes to our children, because our children are our future.
amen. They are our future. And they are
Absolutely.
a prayer garden. I was looking last day fast at the crazy farm lady. She have monkeys now, the brandy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you know that?
Yeah.
I was very shocked because her panel is like 10 chicken. Chick, 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 chick. She have no control.
Right. Absolutely.
But and I don't want to say what I feel about that case.
Right.
Hey, Sissy,
Yes, sweetie.
Yeah.
I
How
haven't got
you?
much battery. I haven't got much battery left. But I just want to say, Norway, I'm glad to see that your hospital stay went well.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
thank you.
thank you.
You're a beautiful person, Norway, and I love you and
You're
Sissy and
beautiful
everybody out
too.
there.
Oh, yes, she is
Thank
beautiful.
you.
And I so appreciate you coming up, Lisa. God bless you, hon.
And Summer Wells, I love you too, baby girl.
Oh, you are
Oh,
beautiful. You're so sweet.
she is, isn't she?
Later,
Yeah.
guys.
Good night, sweetheart.
Good
Much love to
night.
you. That was
Oh,
sweet, wasn't it? She didn't have
yes.
much battery left, but she brought it up here to say such beautiful things. And
Uh,
that's the beautifulness in
that's
this
good
world,
people.
that we
Yeah.
need to that we
We
need to
need
focus
more
on.
of this. Yeah.
It's people like that that let us know that we can
Yes.
turn that table back the way it's
Yes.
supposed to be, because there's plenty of us left. Sometimes we feel like there's none, but you know what? There's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
know.
us. And if we work together, we can get it done.
Uh, did you see the interview with Candace's friend?
Um
It
oh,
was on.
Kathy? Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I seen that.
you seen that? What do you
Mhm.
think?
Um I actually, you know, I may get some hate on this one, but you know, I got to tell the truth, right? I
Yes.
think she's a dingbat. And I don't think she knew much about this case. I don't think she got the information out of Candus like she could have if she would have been a little more intelligent and smarter and complex. But it is
Yeah,
what it is, right?
it is
And
what it
there's not
is.
much we can do about it. So
No,
I don't
I
know.
was thinking the same.
I mean, I think before I go let somebody like Candace in or around my home, I'm going to
My
absolutely
children.
do my research on, I'm going to know everything about this case I can, you
Yeah,
know, and what I'm
exactly.
dealing with, what I'm opening my door to
Yeah,
before I open
because
it.
she's not alone. She have children.
Right. And she
She
opened
have
that
responsibility.
and she
Yeah,
opened that door. She opened that door blindsided, right?
yeah.
Not knowing shit. And that's not a good thing to do.
No, I agree. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know how will come of this case, but I am. You have talked about Jody Sue all the time, and everybody was, oh, she's a victim of domestic and everything. You see now, everybody is coming after and saying what you say many months before.
All right.
So I think that this case must drive you crazy, Prayer Garden.
Uh I think it would. I think, sometimes I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
it's too
sometimes this
much
case
for you.
can get you to pouring tears. I've had my breakdowns, I'm not gonna lie, but
No.
for summer. But um, you know, and I'm sure it could be a lot worse if I didn't have God with me so much,
Yes.
and I thank God for that. That He is with me, and He
Yeah.
keeps me strong, and He keeps me going, and keeps me moving,
Yeah.
and motivated, because He put an army together here for summer.
Yeah.
and
I
and
don't
you
know
know
how
and
you
and
do
if
it.
he's going to motivate all of you, then he's going to motivate me as well, right? And I'm very
Yeah.
thankful for that, and that he has motivated so many for this little girl.
And
And
you must have a nice children
Oh, I
who
do. I
understand this,
absolutely
I
do.
think. Yeah.
And I thank God every day for them as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's not easy. This is much for you, prayer garden. It's very heavy case.
It is a very heavy case,
Yeah.
and I think a normal person it would have probably done ran off. And I
Yeah.
have to thank God I'm not normal.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
know,
that's correct.
I
Yeah.
find that you got to have a little crazy in you to get through this world, right? Maybe a
Yeah,
whole lot.
that's
I don't
true.
know. But it doesn't matter because whatever it is, I thank God for it because,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
ain't going nowhere and until this baby's found and she's brought home and we get justice for her. Absolutely. There ain't none of us going
You
nowhere.
really should, many time I thinking you really should have worked as a detective because your thinking is like I am sometimes shocked. Your thinking is so good. You are so clever, smart.
And
I don't think
I
many
love to
people.
take credit for that, but
Yeah,
I
you are.
I know me and I have to give God all credit for everything that he instills within me to bring out here to you because I'm sure if it was just me, um we probably get nowhere on this case, right? But this is all God right here and I think
Yeah,
like I said, all glory be to him. I certainly thank him, and that's one of the things that we always have to pray for, is that God, instills everything we need to do what we need to get done, um, each and every day, and
yeah,
and the right words and the mindfulness and all the things. I mean, these are gifts from God, and
yes,
the more thankful you are, I believe, the more He'll instill in you and allow you to bring forth to, you know. And I do try to 100% bring the truth, and God knows that.
yeah.
I don't like liars. I don't like
Me neither.
BS at all. I like facts. I like truth. I
Yeah,
like, because that is what's going to solve this case. Nothing more, nothing less.
no, that's
And
true.
that's what we got to stick to and hang on to get it
Yes.
done. Absolutely.
Uh, but and you have a good chat. Uh, I don't write so much. I always look, but I don't write so much. I am not so fast, but the chat is very beautiful.
Oh, they are. They
And I
absolutely.
cannot help a lot to this channel because I don't have a lot, but uh, I do what I can because I think it's terrible that you're doing all this work without. I don't mean you should have money because of summer, but for working, everybody needs something to do a work, and that's why it's important to support. When I see this other channel using summer, they don't know what they talk about, and oh my God, I am so sad. So many people have made money out of Summer's back. It's terrible. And it's only drama and bullshit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I watched it. I had to sit there and, and feel the pain of them doing that many, many, many times. And, you
Yeah.
know, and and God forgive them. That's
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want I don't want somebody in heaven. I want everybody in heaven. You know, it's easy to say you like to see a lot of people in hell, right? Because they make you angry or they upset you or this or that. And it's easy to say, well, I love to see them and or I will be seeing
Yeah.
them in hell or whatever to make yourself feel a little better about the way they treat you and all. But you
Yeah.
know, um at the end of the day, at the end of the day, that ain't who I am or what I am. I mean,
No,
at the end of the
I
day, I
know.
want to see all of us gathered
In
together
heaven. Yeah.
and in that
You have
forever
so
place
good
one
heart.
day. And that's where I really want to lead people. It's where I want to lead all people. You know, that's
Yes.
why I don't, say, you know, give all things on the farm what she deserves or this or that. Because I truly believe that, some people know not what they do, right? They know not
Yeah.
what they do.
No, they
They're
don't.
blind. My eyes are open, and
Yes.
I thank God that I did get baptized, and my eyes are open to
Yes.
sinfulness and ugliness, and that He's blessed me in so many ways, but that way more than any, because I got that forever life coming in the future,
Mm,
and I
that's
just wish
good.
everybody did. But I truly believe that people, that ain't got their eyes open yet, they know not what they do. They know not how bad they hurt other people or do bad to other people. And when it comes to all things on the farm, people might think that, oh, PG's mean. No, I'm not. I just want them to feel a little bit. Sometimes you think that if you give people back a little bit of what they're giving, they'll stop, right? They'll change their way.
Yes.
Some people do, some people don't. Sometimes you
Yeah,
have to brush
exactly.
you got to knock the dust off your feet and move on once you see that, you know, um,
Yeah.
that their ugliness just isn't ever going to end. You can't change them, you can't make them different. And at some time, like God, He turns His face away and turns them over to a reprobate mind, and sometimes we have to do that as well. As hard
Yes.
as it is, and as much as we like for people to be different, we got to do
Yes.
what we got to do, and
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, sometimes you even have to do it to your own family, and
Yeah.
and move on, and
Yes. But you
that's
have a very good heart. You have so good heart for everybody. When I,
yeah, I try to have,
when
that's
I
the
think
truth.
of you, I think of an angel. You are so good.
Oh,
You are
thank
good
you.
with everybody. Uh, all you are looking after everybody. You always want to pray if somebody is in need, and you
I
always
try.
give wisdom. Yeah,
And and like all things on the farm, I called her, literally talked with her,
yeah.
tried to bury the hatchet. Thought this time we really did. And that was the
That is
night
big of
that
you.
was Thursday night. No, Wednesday
Yeah.
night. Thursday night she comes
Yes.
on. I barely open up over here. I'm, ready to be the real friend that you're supposed to be
Yeah.
and let it all be said and done.
Yes.
And for some reason she starts screaming over there. She starts screaming over there. Who do you think's the worst witch? PG or Ziggy? Well, of course,
Uh,
everybody's going to
oh
pick
my
PG
God.
because PG, unlike Ziggy, PG don't put up with nobody's shit, right? PG 100% retaliates. I will wipe your backside. You come messing
Yes.
with me. I don't care. If you ain't gonna have no feelings for me, don't expect me to have none for you. And that's exactly how, if you want to play your devil's game, we'll play the game, right? And the game is you have no feelings. Now how do you like someone else not having no feelings as well, right? And they don't
That
like
was
it.
so funny of her.
They
So,
absolutely, yeah,
and you were so big. You found her, and that was thank you.
right.
That
I
must be
but
so disappointed.
I tried to bury the hatchet with her and her
Yeah,
sister
you
on many
try. I
occasions,
remember.
and she picks right back up on the, you know um right back up on the meanness, to her evilness, and I'm like, just keep my name out of your mouth, all things,
Yes.
just keep my name out of your mouth.
This
That's
is what I don't understand. This is about finding someone,
absolutely,
not talking bad
what she
about each
built.
other.
I'm not being mean or anything, and I know that Monkey's mother, would like to get Monkey out here as,
Yeah.
as big as Summer and everything, and I know she wants her son found as well. And you all know how I feel about that case, right? I've done let
Yeah.
my feelings be known upon that case. I
I
can't,
don't.
I can't.
I
If
I
I
think this case is smelling long way. I don't like this case.
I can't, for
There is
one,
something wrong with this case.
I'm not going to cover Monkey's case due to the fact that I cover Summer, And yeah,
Yeah,
at some points we do talk about monkey. I do bring other kids to the table once in a great while.
I know. Yeah,
And I'm sure some don't mind that, but the point being is, I'm not going to cover this monkey case and get involved with it due to the simple fact that I've done heard the mother. I can't be for the family. I can't be for
I
their
know.
family because the
Yeah,
mom's already fucked up too much, right? She's
yeah,
already said some incriminating shit to her for herself
yes,
and the man she's with.
yeah,
And it's a funny thing that between 4:30 and 6:30, monkey ends up coming up missing just like summer between 4:30 and 6:30, right? And there's
yeah.
something fucking in that 4:30 6:30 bullshit, and I don't like it. Um, it's
I don't like it
disgusting.
either.
I
And
mean, at one point, this little boy's on a sofa, um, playing Nintendo games or the game
yeah,
machine. I don't know what games he's playing, but I hear he was playing the game machine.
yeah.
The dad thinks he went out back into the yard because he was allowed in the backyard, and then he just disappeared. Right? I mean,
I don't
he just
believe that.
disappeared. I mean, personally, what I think happened is possibly he did get out. He went to the neighbors to see if the child could play. The dad
Yeah,
missed him. He got back. The dad just had a full day, pissed off, because why else would they not be taking lie detectors test? Why does this woman feel like she needs to marry this man now so she don't have to speak against him in a courtroom? I
she shall
mean,
marry now.
it's just, did she marry
She
him?
want to marry him now.
Oh yeah, exactly. And why?
But she have just lost her son, and she
You
is
know,
thinking
that's
about
what
a
I'm saying.
wedding.
The last thing I'm going to be thinking of is getting married when I just lost my son,
Oh my God.
unless I feel like I have to protect the slob that was in
Exactly.
there watching my son at the time, right? And if I'm willing to
Oh
do
my
that, then
God.
I'm probably a bigger piece of shit than he is, right? So I can't speak upon this case because this is my opinion upon it, and I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie to nobody. I refuse to lie, and I call it the way I see it,
You are very
and
honest, very directly.
I am very honest,
I
bluntly
love you.
honest.
You are the people you either love or hate
Yeah, right.
because you are so directly.
Yeah, I know. And
Yeah.
sometimes I can be, like I want everybody to like me too, but most
But the
people
people
ain't,
who
because
don't
a lot of
like,
people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to
yes,
hear the truth.
that's
The
the
truth
people who
hurts.
don't like you.
Right.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
And um Cow Lady is, just Cow Lady. I don't know what to say for her. She's just, she's she's a very, in my book, a very evil, um
Yeah.
cunning
Because
type.
you know why? Because she is using God's name, and the only thing they say swearing is a problem. Swearing is nothing. What is a problem is lying,
Mhm.
cheating, stealing.
Right.
There is many things in the
Well,
Bible,
you
and you
know,
shall not talk bad about others.
here's my thing. When I'm setting,
You cannot pick and choose in the Bible.
here's my thing. Hopefully, I ain't ever sitting in hell. But if I was, if you're sitting in hell, I mean, if I personally was sitting in hell, I
Yes.
would I would sure think that they wasn't nothing. You know, I'm the type of person that I don't have to be in hell to think about being there, right? And I know, just, I know when I think about hell, it's a horrible place where
Yeah.
a drip of water would be
Yeah.
like, a miracle for you in hell. It would be a miracle for you just to get a drip of water would be a miracle from heaven for you if you were in hell. So, you know, I'm thinking to myself, a drip of water would be a miracle for you in hell. Why would you ever? I mean, why would you sell your soul? Like, all things on the farm, why would you sit there and push the narrative of a lie, knowing it's a lie? I mean, is the click, likes, and views, is the little bit of cash that you might pick up that night worth? Is it worth sitting in hell for the rest of your life? No, it's not.
Yeah. No.
It's not. What I'm saying is, I don't need, I don't need that pocket change. I need my soul to stay with God.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. We need our
And you
soul
also
to
have
stay with God.
she also have a responsibility because she is the leader of this platform.
Absolutely. And if my children ever see this, if they in the future see this, I want my
Yeah.
children to be proud of their mom. I want them to be
Yeah.
proud that,
Exactly.
that I spoke the truth and nothing but the
Yeah.
truth. I want to be a role model for my children, now
Exactly.
and in the future. And
Yeah.
I know I say some cuss words or whatever, and they're going to probably be like, "Whoa, that's a surprise." But you know what? They'll still have respect that I told honestly, 100%
Yeah.
truth and nothing but truth.
Exactly.
And they'll say,
Yeah.
that was our mom. She believed in the
Yeah.
truth, and no, she didn't take no shit. I guess, that's why we went to the car when she went back to the store, or stayed in the store and sent us with, an adult to the car. We knew
Yeah.
now what she was doing. She was in there cussing them
Yeah.
out, not taking no crap. And,
That's true.
and hopefully it teaches them not to ever take no crap as well, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Because,
I
we got to put down evilness in this world.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
have to.
God wouldn't give us
There
a suit
is
of
so
armor.
much evilness. If
Absolutely.
you everywhere, even in okay, I should not look
People
at the
say,
picture.
oh, God gives us a suit of armor to protect us. No, God gave you a suit of armor to fight for righteousness. He gave you a
Yeah,
suit of armor to put
yes,
on so you could stand against the
yes,
wells of evilness. So you could destroy it instead of it destroying you. That
yeah,
is our job. That's our job. We are supposed
yes,
to destroy it. You see somebody lying, call them out and let them know that ain't right. You know, tell the
yeah,
truth or shut up. Nobody wants to hear
exactly.
lies anymore. People are thirsting for the truth. People are now thirsting for the truth. They want the truth. You know, they want things to go back. You know, they want things to go back 100 years where people were honest, where people give a damn about one another, where people have morals and respect and kindness, love, and caring. They want that now. I
Yeah,
mean, so many people are sick of seeing all of this, all of this disgustingness upon our TVs. And it's not funny anymore. It's
no,
disgusting. And we
it
want
is disgusting.
right, and we want more wholesome things, we want more wholesome movies. We want
Yeah,
more we want more kindness and love and caring. We want people to
everything is about sex and violence.
exactly, and nobody wants it any longer.
No,
Everybody is
I am
turning.
so tired of it.
Yes,
You cannot
they
see
are.
no film with your children. Me and my daughter should see a normal film. And of
Right,
course, there is a lot of sex scene. Or in the family film,
absolutely.
it
Abs-
always inside. And now the world is, I think it's coming to an end soon.
it is absolutely.
Yes, for
I
sure.
mean, you got the book of Revelations, and the book of Revelations said that they'll be selfish, self seekers of oneself. you know
Yeah,
they'll only care about them. They don't care. You'll have the the children turning on the parents, parents turning on their children. We
yeah,
have that. All of the things that the Revelations is saying is coming to pass, right? And rumors of wars and rumors of wars, and we've got that more now than we've ever had in our lives. And
yeah,
we also have all of these different diseases and plagues and things coming upon
yes,
people now that out of
yeah,
nowhere. And I mean,
And the war.
if you don't think that God is, ready to end all of this evilness, I don't know what to say. The Bible says that the world will stand for 1,000 years, but not thousands. Well, they lost some time somewhere in the Bible. How much time we don't know, but so far we're in the year of 2020, the 2000s, and so if they lost 40 years somewhere, which that's about the accurate thing, um then this only really stood 1,000, and it hasn't stood thousands yet. And any day now, I mean, your eyes shouldn't be upon all this evilness. Your eyes should be upon the Lord and his coming back, right? You should be getting your house in order. You should be trying to get your family turned into the righteous path, so that if God did show up, the rapture did by chance come, and who knows when it's coming. But if it did, do you want to be left behind? Do you want to have to, because you're going to have to, the Bible plainly states, if you're left behind, you're going to have to get the guillotine, right? And who wants
Yeah.
to do that when all you had to do before then was to just go to church? Go to
Yeah.
church, find God, seek God,
Lead a good life.
right? Seek God's face and find
Yeah.
Him. And you would have, you would have been taken up with everyone else. And it's like, you know, it's not like hitting the lottery. It's, but if you're left behind, you're going to think all them people got took up, hit the lottery, ain't you? You're going to be like, wow.
Yeah.
You're going to be so sad that you were left here. But you were left here because of your own actions. You blame no one but yourself. You
That's
thought you had
true.
another day. You thought you had longer to
Yeah.
do what you want to do, act the way you want to act. You thought you had all of this time to find out you didn't have no time at all. And really, your rapture really comes the day that God takes the last breath out your face, and that could be any second. So,
Yeah.
the point being is, we're not promised another minute on this earth.
No.
You could be gone right now. Just be
Yeah.
gone. And where would your soul be? Would you break it? Would you see the light to heaven, or would you just be in total darkness?
Yeah.
I mean, where would you be? We don't know, because
I don't know.
we haven't did what we needed to do to be to be where we're supposed to be. I mean, I know we all fall short of the glory of God, but there's no reason in falling short by you know by purpose. What I'm saying is, we mess up enough by accident, like somebody pisses you off real good, and
Yeah.
you can't control it, or you know um you feel like your back's against the wall and you need to get out of it,
Yeah.
right? um there's a lot of ways that people mess up, by
Yeah.
accident. You don't mean to, you just do.
Yeah.
And there's still, what I'm saying is, there's no excuse to be a bad person on purpose. I mean, there's no
No.
excuse to just go pick somebody and be mean to them. That's
No,
that's
that's why when
that's
remember
a mental
when
case.
yeah, when Donald was praying, I was cold. And BK, when he was start saying he was Christian, I hope for his sake he will be. But he also, I think, believes evil people.
I
And
really had hope for Benny.
yeah, me
I
too. But
did. I did.
he's talking so evil. Oh my
I
God.
think he really wanted to change his life, and I think he really was there for a second for his son and his wife, and I think he was trying to change his
Yeah,
way. But what people like Benny don't understand is, you can't, no matter how much you want to change, you can't change until you get into that church house and the Lord calls upon you, and you can't hold your seat. You've got to jump up and go. When the Lord
yeah,
calls you, go, because what it's worth it. And when you get down there and you find out, how much you received, it's like the whole world got lifted off your back, and you feel
Yeah.
so light, like, you have no issues any longer, and nothing matters anymore. You're just so
Yeah.
free again, like you haven't ever felt anything like it. And
Yeah.
then to get down in that, to go down in that water, man, I tell you, when you go down, you are the bad human that you always been. When you go down, when they take you down in there, you are the bad human that you were before. But when you come up, it's it's
Yeah.
it's
You are
something
clear.
it's something a human can't really explain. I mean, when you come up out of that water, you don't even know the person that you was. You don't even know that person that went
No.
down. You don't know. You're like, whoa, who in the hell was that? I cannot believe that couldn't have been me. You can't believe it was ever you.
No.
And that's the truth. You don't even want to know that person anymore. Like, just get them away from you.
Yeah.
You are not the same person once you come out of that water. It is, and that's the only way I really can explain it to a human is, you're different. You
Yeah.
see everything differently. I mean, you was
Yes.
blind, but now you see. That's the truth.
Yeah. That's the truth. Yeah.
Yes, I am talking about getting baptized, and yes, and I have been, and I'm telling you, you know, when you come up out of that water, you know, John the Baptist showed everyone how to baptize you correctly. Jesus didn't get sprinkled with no water. He went down in the river of Jordan, and John the Baptist took Jesus and he immersed him down, right? He took him under the water. He took him down and he
Yeah.
brought him back out of there. He took him down under and brought him back up. And that was so everyone would know how to get properly baptized. Jesus
Yes.
was an example. Did Jesus need baptized? I don't think so. He's God's son. But he wanted all of
Yeah.
us to know the correct way to do it. And that is
Yeah.
the correct way to get it done. I
Yes.
mean, if you want to know the truth, that is the truth.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. And yeah. And what you was talking about the mental health of Candus and Donald.
Yeah, I was talking about Donald's mental health tonight. Um,
Yeah.
I did speak with a psychologist, and the particular psychologist that I spoke with did a assessment, kind of like an assessment with what we know about Don and Candace Wells. And
Oh.
because I thought it's important to understand their
Yeah.
mental capacity so we could
Yes.
have a better understanding upon the case. And that's what I
Yes.
was basically aiming for. Now, this is no way, form, or how, um, no, they didn't sit down with this particular
I know.
psychologist or anything. This is
No, you
just,
only talk with him. Yes.
yeah, it's just, what the psychologist has been able to gather from all that Don and Candace has put out here for
Yeah.
for him to be able to examine. So I'm going to pull
Yeah.
this up and let everyone listen.
Hi PG. I want to start by stating that everything I'm gearing to disclose with you is my professional opinion, and I strongly encourage you to research it for yourself, and if it fits, you have my permission to broadcast this letter on your channel. I believe a baseline regarding Donald has been established, but only after sifting through and collecting hours upon hours of data. It has come to my attention that Donald had started playing with fire in his childhood and even set a barn on fire. It has also come to my attention that his siblings accused him of stealing or attempting to steal their personal belongings and even medication from a nearby pharmacy. It has also come to my attention that Donald was experimenting with alcohol and cannabis within his teenage years. If my memory serves me correctly, Donald's stepsister Mary confirms this by stating that she and he would indulge together. Data also projects Donald being exposed to rather graphic material and immediate environmental scenarios as a child and preteen. This early exposure ultimately permitted Donald to become cognizant of adult activities and the harsh reality of sharing a home with a sexual deviant stepdad. At this point, Donald must have been psychologically overwhelmed and at a crossroad within himself. The real question he must have been presented with was, do I adopt my stepdad's behaviors, or do I reject them? As we have found out with his stepsisters, he must have fully embraced his stepdad's sexually deviant behaviors. Donald has claimed his stepsister was the one who initiated it and that he was just stupid enough to go along with it. However, upon these supposed advances he failed to reject her, via triggered by negative emotions kindled by direct experiences with and subjectivity to his stepdad. At this point in my analysis, I could diagnose Donald with kleptomania, pyromania, alcohol use disorder, cannabis use disorder, and paraphilia. I believe Donald does suffer from all but kleptomania. It is my professional opinion that Donald resorts to kleptomania as an alternative to appease a bigger issue at hand, aka substance abuse disorder, cocaine. As Donald progressed into adulthood and late adulthood, he began to also illustrate shades of antisocial personality disorder, street name, sociopath. This acknowledgement is backed up by the fact that Donald has been able to establish a negative report with the law and has the criminal records to prove it. The fact that he is currently incarcerated and charged with a DUI is not helping his case any. These kinds of behavior don't only fail to be in accordance with the law but also illustrate a lack of consideration or concern for his or others' safety. Donald has also been caught in a few lies as well. I've also taken note regarding his manipulation skills. I must say he could have learned a thing or two from Candus, but not much. The fact that he offered to buy Candus a new car if she would drop the charges against him proves it. Dudley also claims Donald was manipulating his bosses to get him fired. I've also noticed Donald has and will accuse anyone to divert the attention away from him and particularly Candus. It has also been reported that Donald and Candus would regularly abuse their children and sadistically prank their children. They would also encourage their children to be abusive to others as well. This type of parenting projects irritability, aggression, lack of restraint, and irresponsibility to say the least. Donald has also been known by many to have showered with Summer. Donald claims it was innocent. However, others claim otherwise. If so, this along with driving under the influence, smoking on the work site, and a myriad of other behaviors would be considered as risk-taking behaviors. Moreover, everything just mentioned indicates in my opinion that Donald should be clinically evaluated for antisocial personality disorder. I also wanted to once again state that this is only my professional opinion and strongly encourage everyone to research what I've just said. I think you'll find that you are in accordance with everything I've just said as well.
There you have it.
That was very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
This particular psychologist is very highly educated in the field of psychology, and
You have good
absolutely,
connection then.
you know, I do believe 100. I mean, I do agree 100% with everything that was said, and you know, so you basically have a sociopath that, and then you have Candus, which you He also did one on Candus. Was you able to see the one he did on Candus?
No,
Sweet
no,
Nora, you
I
didn't see
didn't.
that. I
No.
have the one he did on Candus as well. I can
Okay.
play it.
Hi PG. I want to start by stating that everything I'm gearing to disclose with you is my professional opinion, and I strongly encourage you to research it for yourself, and if it fits, you have my permission to broadcast this letter on your channel. I just wanted to first write and say that I love how you are a true advocate for Summer and the only one really keeping the pressure on TBI by keeping Summer's name out there and fresh on everyone's mind. I know it is no easy task, and it takes a lot of hard work and even more dedication. Beyond that, my main reason for calling entails the field of psychology and the actual professionals within. Moreover, it has come to my attention after watching a significant number of videos published by other YouTubers working on the Summer Wells case that they have decided to exalt themselves as psychologists and have ultimately diagnosed Candus and Donald erroneously. I can assure you of this because in fact I am a clinical and forensic psychologist with over a decade of work in the field and multiple degrees to back it up. There are those who claim Candus suffers from bipolar personality disorder, and some have even proclaimed Candus has been clinically diagnosed with bipolar personality disorder. However, each one offers no depth such as why they've rendered this diagnosis, whether she suffers from type 1 or type 2. They also fail to mention the extent of this diagnosis, such as mild, moderate, or severe. I have never scheduled nor conducted a clinical session with Candus. However, based upon all the media data, social accounts, personal messages made public, interviews, and so on, I believe I have been able to collect enough data which permits me the opportunity to establish a baseline for Candus and can offer insight to the true functionality of Candus' mind. First off, it is to my understanding that Candus was born with a heart defect and a real possibility of fetal alcohol syndrome based upon her physical features and cognitive impairments. This assessment and two diagnoses would ultimately place her in a category commonly known as comorbidity. Moreover, I would say the extent of these two diagnoses are above mild but below severe, which would be moderate. I have also noted Candus's current issues with alcohol and cannabis abuse. This leads me to diagnosis her with another two disorders, i.e., alcohol use disorder and cannabis use disorder. The extent of these two diagnoses would also be moderate as well. There has been talk of substance abuse disorder in her past, but that is in her past and cannot be attributed to her present person unless proven otherwise. Therefore, it has been excluded from my prognoses. The fifth diagnosis that Candus should be clinically assessed for is borderline personality disorder. There are a significant number of professionals within the field of psychology who will misdiagnose a client suffering from borderline personality disorder with bipolar personality disorder. This type of misdiagnosis is a setback and extremely dangerous when prescribed medication for an ailment you don't have. There are also many people who may observe another acting erratic and will impulsively make the statement of, she or he is bipolar. However, this conclusion is wrong. Someone who suffers from bipolar personality disorder does not have a wide range of volatile behaviors, but rather has only two different types of behaviors. These two being depression and mania. It is the length of a client's mania episodes which will determine if she or he suffers from bipolar type 1 or bipolar type 2. However, I have witnessed no sort of depression nor mania in Candus. I have, however, observed Candus projecting volatile emotions and behaviors, insecurity, impulsivity, hostility, lack of restraint, toxic friendship, and so on. This all fits the criteria of an individual whom should be diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. I would consider the extent of this diagnosis severe as opposed to mild or even moderate, and mainly because she is illustrating more symptoms associated with borderline personality disorder than not. I would greatly appreciate it if you would be kind enough to put this letter on one of your lives to offer a better and competent acknowledgement of Candus as a human and what motivates her emotions and behaviors. Moreover, I will try to reach back out to you once I've finished my clinical assessments and diagnoses regarding Donald. I also wanted to once again state that this is only my professional opinion and strongly encourage everyone to research what I've just said. I think you'll find that you are in accordance with everything I've just said as well. Also, as stated before, I have a background in forensic psychology and would be willing to forensically break down the day of June 15th of 2021 if you'd like.
There you
That is
go.
very good.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so you have a sociopath and you have a borderline personality disorder.
But didn't you say that before? I remember. I
Yes,
thought you
it's
said
exactly what I thought they had. I just
that.
wanted to get it
Yeah,
verified. You know, it doesn't hurt to ask for second, third opinions, right?
no.
I mean, I was sure I knew exactly as well, but you know,
Yeah, I
I
understand.
just, you know, I just like to bounce off of other people as
Yeah.
well. And, you know, and not only that, but, I don't want to, you know, I really don't want to put in the time to let her out all of their issues and problems. I'm too busy, you know, with summer and all the other things going on. So this particular, you know, friend of mine decided to help out and do this, you know, as a favor
Yeah.
to me. So, you know, and I greatly appreciate it. You know, I
Yes.
greatly do
That
appreciate
was
it
good.
for sure. So, you know, there's a lot of people willing to help in this case, and no, you do not have to personally see someone to do this. There is another internet psychologist as well, that
Profiling. Yeah.
that you know gathers what they can and makes determinations
Yeah.
from that as well. I've watched him many times, you know, and different aspects of different cases. He will come out and you know with what information he's gathered, and like he said, it's no way, you know, former how, you know, nobody's trying to completely diagnose or medicate these people. We're just trying to get a a, a handle, you know, on what's going on in the minds of them.
Yeah.
And that's what, you know, we need to do. We need to do
Yeah.
that to understand if they're capable of doing something to their own child, which is missing, right? And I think everybody pretty much knows the answer to that one. You know, you've got a sociopath and you've got a borderline personality
Yeah.
disorder, which is pretty severe. So
Yeah, because when they two meeting together, it's like a bumper.
exactly,
If one
and
of them meeting another normal, it can be okay.
right,
Yeah.
and in this case, what does this show us? One's capable of doing it, the other one's capable of helping to
Yeah.
cover it up, right?
Yeah.
Or they are both capable of allowing it to happen
Yeah.
and not doing nothing about it. So, you know, you're not, what I'm saying is we're not dealing with normal everyday average human beings here. We're not dealing with the drug-free, well-educated, drug-free alcohol-free household that's raising children and put their party life behind them because they're no longer in middle school, high school, or college, right? The party years are over, and they've moved on to being grown-ups and taking care of business the way grown-ups are supposed to.
Yeah.
These are a couple of adults that didn't ever want to grow up, and they had no business raising children when
No,
they were still
exactly.
thinking, when they were still trying to be and think like children themselves. There's a
Yes.
problem there.
Yeah. And that's why I don't understand Hawkins County. I don't like them so much, Prayer Garden, I must be honest. They failed those children so much.
They did. They absolutely failed those children.
And Jody
And
Sue, she must zip it because she didn't do anything.
right. Absolutely.
And the ones who see and don't do something, they are at least as the same guilty.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Anyway, yeah, and that's what I was going to do Thursday, was to bring that up on Thursday, but
Yeah.
as we know, everything on Thursday went mayhem. Mayhem to the point I had to take the live down like this right here, right?
What happened?
That's one of the things we were dealing with, was old Fung now. And that there you go. Old Fung now. Even got the babies upset.
Who is that?
That's All Things on the Farm's niece. With her her nasty finger that sickened a lot of people that night. And look, her forehead just as gross.
Yeah, this is very gross. And this is a woman who is doing that.
Right.
That's so little lady active.
There's the baby. Baby's like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn it. It's science class again, right?
Yeah. Oh, she's disgusting.
PG, can you play Dawn again, please? Some missed it since they are just coming in. Oh, yeah. Yes, I could. I will play it again. Yeah. And we also had this good old picture the other night, right?
Is that Don B?
That's Don
B.
I
know you don't like Don B. So
he going fishing.
But you know what? Sometimes I am laughing of him. I know you don't like him so much. I don't either, but I have to laugh. Oh my God. Prayer God.
He invited Candus and Kathy over in his pool, didn't he?
Yeah.
I brought this one up the other night too.
I needed a good laughter. Oh my God.
Candus got an invite and showed up, right?
Oh, it's good to laugh sometimes.
There she goes.
Oh my God. Crying and laughter go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
God.
Fell out of the pool.
Don't be fishing. Oh my God.
But yeah, I will play Donald one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong one. Let me make sure I get it right there.
Hi PG. I want to start by stating that everything I'm gearing to disclose with you is my professional opinion, and I strongly encourage you to research it for yourself, and if it fits, you have my permission to broadcast this letter on your channel. I believe a baseline regarding Donald has been established, but only after sifting through and collecting hours upon hours of data. It has come to my attention that Donald had started playing with fire in his childhood and even set a barn on fire. It has also come to my attention that his siblings accused him of stealing or attempting to steal their personal belongings and even medication from a nearby pharmacy. It has also come to my attention that Donald was experimenting with alcohol and cannabis within his teenage years. If my memory serves me correctly, Donald's stepsister Mary confirms this by stating that she and he would indulge together. Data also projects Donald being exposed to rather graphic material and immediate environmental scenarios as a child and preteen. This early exposure ultimately permitted Donald to become cognizant of adult activities and the harsh reality of sharing a home with a sexual deviant stepdad. At this point, Donald must have been psychologically overwhelmed and at a crossroad within himself. The real question he must have been presented with was, do I adopt my stepdad's behaviors, or do I reject them? As we have found out with his stepsisters, he must have fully embraced his stepdad's sexually deviant behaviors. Donald has claimed his stepsister was the one who initiated it and that he was just stupid enough to go along with it. However, upon these supposed advances he failed to reject her, via triggered by negative emotions kindled by direct experiences with and subjectivity to his stepdad. At this point in my analysis, I could diagnose Donald with kleptomania, pyromania, alcohol use disorder, cannabis use disorder, and paraphilia. I believe Donald does suffer from all but kleptomania. It is my professional opinion that Donald resorts to kleptomania as an alternative to appease a bigger issue at hand, aka substance abuse disorder, cocaine. As Donald progressed into adulthood and late adulthood, he began to also illustrate shades of antisocial personality disorder, street name, sociopath. This acknowledgement is backed up by the fact that Donald has been able to establish a negative report with the law and has the criminal records to prove it. The fact that he is currently incarcerated and charged with a DUI is not helping his case any. These kinds of behavior don't only fail to be in accordance with the law but also illustrate a lack of consideration or concern for his or others' safety. Donald has also been caught in a few lies as well. I've also taken note regarding his manipulation skills. I must say he could have learned a thing or two from Candus, but not much. The fact that he offered to buy Candus a new car if she would drop the charges against him proves it. Dudley also claims Donald was manipulating his bosses to get him fired. I've also noticed Donald has and will accuse anyone to divert the attention away from him and particularly Candus. It has also been reported that Donald and Candus would regularly abuse their children and sadistically prank their children. They would also encourage their children to be abusive to others as well. This type of parenting projects irritability, aggression, lack of restraint, and irresponsibility to say the least. Donald has also been known by many to have showered with Summer. Donald claims it was innocent. However, others claim otherwise. If so, this along with driving under the influence, smoking on the work site, and a myriad of other behaviors would be considered as risk-taking behaviors. Moreover, everything just mentioned indicates in my opinion that Donald should be clinically evaluated for antisocial personality disorder. I also wanted to once again state that this is only my professional opinion and strongly encourage everyone to research what I've just said. I think you'll find that you are in accordance with everything I've just said as well.
And I gotta say, I agree.
But
Absolutely.
it was
So, and you know, I said early on, Don was a sociopath.
good. Yeah, you
I knew
did.
that. And Candus, I was also saying, they misdiagnosed her. I was sure. I even told Candus she was misdiagnosed. She definitely deals with, the personality disorder,
Yeah.
for sure. And they are capable, you know. And I don't. Candus isn't a sociopath. Candus can. She's not swift. Sociopaths are swift. They're Donald
Yeah.
Swift. Candus definitely ain't a sociopath. She's a lot of things, but she ain't that. Um, I think Candus's mental issues are, a lot worse than Donald's, for sure. Um, and harder to control. They're
Yeah.
harder to control. So she's dealing with a lot more.
I think they will be together again.
Tracy, that is funny. But yeah, absolutely. Um, the
Prayer garden.
I did have to take down the live from Thursday. I did take it down due
I'm
to
not
the
feeling so
I
good.
I
I
took it
just have
private.
to talk to you. Yes. I love you so much, and I want to say thank you for all your prayers, uh, prayer garden. You are so sweet. And
Oh,
kiss your
thank you.
children, and to all the women in chat, just keep on praying for me. I am not feeling so good, and I am going back, but now I am only going to clean my blood of once a week, so for back and forward. And I will always be here and listen to my mentor and talking with my family. Thank you
You
so much, everybody,
you
for what
just
you are
you
doing for
just came
Sam.
out of the hospital, and it's going
Yeah,
to take a while for you to get all of your strength back. You got to make
I
sure that you
know.
take care of you.
Yes.
Make sure you take care of you, and we're going to keep
Yeah.
praying for you until God gets you all better.
Yeah. I love you so much, Prayer Garden. Kiss your children. And take care,
Absolutely.
please. Don't forget to think about yourself.
God bless you, sweetie.
And to all the women in the chat, you are so beautiful. Bye bye, everybody.
Much love to you,
Thank you.
Norway.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I feel so bad for her. I just wish she could be 100% healed, right? And but we'll keep those prayers going up because God listens, and He will. Look, He already brought her this far, right? He'll keep her going forth, um, until she's doing much better. I truly believe that. So let's just keep those prayers going up. Yeah, bless her heart. Absolutely, Justice. I so appreciate you being in here. And yes, God bless her. Um, yes, much love for her. Um, I wish there was something we could do for her too on the boss, but prayers. That's what she needs more than anything is those prayers going up. God can do way more for her than we could ever do, right? So, and just keep them prayers going up. That's what she needs most. Um, you know what, boss? I will ask. I wish she was still on panel. I will ask her if it's okay to give out her address. I have to ask her first because I don't do that unless it's okay with her. But if she says I can, absolutely I will. And so people could send her get well cards. Absolutely. I'm going to ask her, and if she says okay, then I would definitely let everybody know, and I'll put the address up for out there for her. Yeah, she is a blessing to this channel and community. Absolutely. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady. A very beautiful lady. She reminds me of my mother. She absolutely reminds me of my mother. I love her so much. I wish she was here. I was there. But God has put us together this way. And, so we could support each other, right? This is the way He's put us together. And because He knows that, we're so far away from one another. But yes, I absolutely wish she was right here with us. That's true. I adore her. I absolutely adore her. Yeah, Tammy, I will absolutely ask her if it's okay to give out her address. That's up to her. Because, I know how important it is, for people to keep themselves safe and everything. So, but I will ask her. She's way in a different country, so she might say yes. If she does, I would definitely let everyone know. And I so appreciate everyone being so kind. Thank you. Thank you for being so kind and caring. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the support for Norway and for Summer and on this channel's. You guys are wonderful. You are absolutely wonderful. God knew what He was doing when He put all of us together. He says somebody's digging something out of the shed. We are her family, and she's our family. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I might should move over there with Norway. Then I could give out my address. Yeah, maybe, maybe she would have a P.O. box or something. I will definitely ask her, and let her know. After the live tonight, I might take time to write her. If not, first thing tomorrow. I'll make sure for sure to write her tomorrow, and ask her if it's okay to give out her address. Maybe she could answer on here if she's still with us. She can write in chat yes or no, because I'm sure I got her address. Oh, Hillbilly 29, thank you. God bless you, hon. I don't think so, KJ, because they said that the court ordered psychological evaluations, and they talked with the judge to try to get out of it. And obviously they didn't do it, or, instead Donald did the interview panel. Actually, that's what he was trying to, get me to prepare him for. I thought it was the psychological evaluations, but really he was wanting information for the interview panel. And he said he was super concerned with Candus. So, and as you've seen, the interview panel just couldn't do much with her, right? So, Candus, breakdowns are her way of, like she did with Mary, the fake ass act of breakdown is her way to get out of everything, or to play cruel, sick jokes, right? Because she's just a insensitive human being, insensitive as fuck. I mean, Candus has really showed us what kind of human she is. I mean, she tries to convince us she done nothing to Summer, right? But yet she ain't even doing a damn thing to get her sons back. So what are we to believe, right? What are we to believe when someone's acting the way she's acting? I mean, if she'd have really fought to get the boys back and everything, we could have believed more that she had nothing to do with Summer. But, she's showing us that she just really don't give a damn about anything or anyone but herself, right? Just Candus. She's free now. The way she's been wanting to be for a long time, huh? I guess, Yeah, I got the brownie, she got the chips, we gonna party. Oh, well, God bless you, Lavender Moon. God bless you. I am so glad that everyone has been so good to you. Absolutely. And God bless you. That is the way we are here, and I pray that we always stay, right? Absolutely. God bless you. White window, baby. Yeah, yeah. I think you're onto something there, sweetheart. Yes. They thought if they could fool, they didn't fool nobody. They absolutely did not fool anyone. I think Dr. Phil took Jody Sue and Andy and some of them other people in consideration, and just didn't want to hang himself when all the truth comes out, right? So, absolutely. And, as he said, Candus is hiding something. And I think that it could be the fear of Andy. I don't know. I mean, this ain't looking good for Jody Sue, all the stuff coming out right now. So, I mean, she went from a animalistic scream of not knowing who it could have been to now it was Summer. I don't like that at all. I do not like that. Yeah, Candus had children and threw them away like they were garbage, right? Who does that? The Bible says a woman can throw away her child, but a mother can't, right? That's Bible. So, I guess Candus just a woman. She's no mom. Because a real mom can't do what Candus did. I don't know. I don't think Jody Sue would protect Candus. There's like, a giant reward. Jody Sue's money hungry. If she knew anything about Candus, she'd have done threw Candus under the bus. If Jody Sue's protecting anyone, it's somebody closer to her than Candus. That's for damn sure. Or she'd give them up for the money. I mean, Jody Sue, not to be mean, but you know, I don't care at all for Jody Sue whatsoever. I really don't care much for her. So, and I'm not done with her as well. Yeah, Jody Sue's back on it ain't Scott H, it's Chase. She's back on Chase again. I guess because they, just didn't give her enough control over the funds they were getting up. She wanted a lot more to do with that, right? Yeah. She's got some shit up with that guy. And it's all about money. Her and him, that dollar, To learn anything, you got to really listen to Jody Sue. And to really listen to Jody Sue, you got to be damn near as insane as she is, right? It's not easy. They've said plenty of words to boss. It seems like they ain't said nothing, but they've been saying a lot. We just ain't. I think we just haven't really stopped and listened to them. But I'm gonna play some things. I'm gonna put out some stuff here over the next couple of days that refresh everybody's memory about old Jody Sue. I think that we need to go back and really, listen to what we did here. I think those dummies talked a lot, to be honest with you. And I think they told us a lot. I think no one was just really focusing in and listening other than TBI and building the case. And I'm sure a case is being built. Yeah. I think we were just all in it. We were so wrapped up in it and arguing with Donald and arguing with Candus and arguing with, I think that, we allowed it to become too big of a shit show. And now that things have calmed down some, we can go back to that shit show and learn a whole lot of stuff that we let pass us by. Yeah, it's exactly a refresher. And yeah, we need to hear some of the things that, I've got a lot that I like to bring out and let people really, understand. Yeah, justice for all, you're right. She may, because, she is messing up. If she's not telling the truth, if she's putting out a bunch of bullshit, then she is definitely messing up a criminal case, right? And I do know there's a law against doing that. I mean, you can't come out here and just do that. Yeah, Jody Sue gives. I'm bringing you up, Wisconsin Mama. Hey, girl.
Hey, do you think that I could not come up here and say hello?
Well, I was hoping you come up, but I didn't know. I thought maybe you just was wanting to hang around in the chat tonight and
Well,
rest
I
a while.
tried, but those women, they type so fast. I mean, like I want to answer somebody and it's like 20 lines back.
Yeah.
They crack me up. Yeah. Yeah, I don't, this thing about Jody Sue, it's she's I just feel like she's full of riddles, and sometimes I also feel like it's looking out a window and there's nothing to see, you know. But sometimes I feel like this. So in the beginning, how they all came out with, and told you what happened, and then like a week later, their stories had changed. Maybe a couple weeks later, whatever, their stories had changed.
Right.
So I thought maybe about go with the first story, and then if that doesn't pan out, go with the second story that they've said, you know, because one of them stories, maybe with a combination, will make sense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, heck, I gave you an idea and everybody's going to go with it. I do that to you every time, but.
Well, Jody Sue, she does talk for hours. Oh my gosh, that's the truth.
Yeah.
And, but there's too much shit leading to her. And, I really have been going back and, listening and then rewind it, listen again and again.
Yeah.
And, I've listened to her shit just, whew,
Oh, I know.
massive, but
well,
now she's starting to say some new shit, and that's what we needed,
Right.
Appreciate that, Jody Sue, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that. So
I too had ran over to Squalls and watched the Jody Sue video real quick. And yeah, very inappropriate video. Very inappropriate video.
she
and it was Jody Sue,
right.
But
Right.
yeah.
And I knew when she came back out here she's looking for something, and I heard it through the grapevine.
Yeah.
It's a house, and and when did it become everybody else's? When did it become all of our jobs to buy her a house? I mean, you know, sorry, Jody Sue, but I think all these people's busy buying herself a house or trying to keep, the house they're in over their head, what the fuck? When did it become the public's, when did it become everybody else's job to keep you fucking up? What are you, a welfare bum? YouTube ain't another form of welfare. Get a fucking job, right?
Yeah.
Get a fucking job.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
I agree. Get a job like the rest of us. I mean, if you can, here's the thing. If you can sit on YouTube for 14 hours a day smoking cigarettes and chewing on ice,
right?
There's got to be something that you can be out there doing, making a living.
You be sitting on that ass doing some, some paperwork for a company somewhere. Or I don't know, something to make some money, right? Off of, I mean, they have a lot of You know, a lot of people working from home right now. I mean,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, there's
do
a lot of
something.
cashier jobs out there that you just sit at the cashier and check people out. I mean,
Right.
you know, you're good enough to do a YouTube channel. You're good enough to get off your butt and go work.
Go
Go to
stand on a damn
work.
corner with a bucket.
Yeah. Go sing a
You got
song.
that kind of time,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, exactly. I know she's on disability. I do know that. I know.
You know, here's my thing is you see those people, you know, a lot of these people on the corners with their bucket, you know, and the thing is, you know, um, a lot of them might need it, you know, a lot of them might need it, but a whole lot of them don't, right? And the ones that don't are the reason the ones that do ain't getting help. And that's what I'm saying, you know, people need to be more honest more because, you know, but even the ones that do need it, the ones that do need it, why ain't they buying, why ain't they using that money to get a place to live? I mean, why ain't they saving up to get off the street, you know, get into a place to get their life together, um, you know, to become productive? Why, you know,
Yeah, I'm just
3 or 4 months later they're still on the street the way, you know, and that's what I'm saying is obviously this country's making it too easy to be on the street. I mean,
well,
you
her
know, I
garden.
have actually heard a lot of people say that, you know, I've heard a lot of people say that, you know, being homeless is better than, you know,
Trying to own a home.
working your ass off and doing what we do every day, right?
Yeah,
I
and
mean, they go places, everybody's giving them free food, clothes. They're getting everything for free. I mean, they got, you know, have all these shelters open. You know, they get to go out and run around all day, sit in libraries, stores, do whatever, collect money from people. And then they go to the shelter and, you know, they get roof over their head, food in their bellies, and I mean, who's going if you give a hand and I mean, there's such thing as a you know a handout and a hand up, and our problem is too many people's getting handouts and not enough hand ups. You know,
yeah, well,
they
she should just be grateful that she has a camper and some land, you know, to be able to put that place on and actually call it home. You know, be grateful for what you have. You know, and she's just still constantly
get that
asking.
handout.
Yeah,
And you know that ain't what gets me. What gets me is she thinks is you know we the people's problem. You know to take care of her. Well, it's not. It's
no.
not. Damn it. You know
Well,
what the fuck is she? What the fuck has she really, accomplished during this whole time to help Summer? Now, I know she accomplished, Andy hauling ass and telling her she needed to leave. So I know she accomplished getting, you know, off that hill for free off the people. We the people moved her off that hill someplace else, right? So I
right.
know she accomplished by other people's dollars to get where she got. Then she complained about it because I don't know, too small something. Well, I heard they ended up moving her again to another location. So now she got moved twice by the people. And then, she had a wish list and the people were taking care of it. And the people were, money, money, money. Constantly giving her tons and tons of money. So here's my thing is what did she accomplish? I know how much she accomplished for herself. What the hell did she accomplish for Summer? What did she accomplish,
Exactly.
you know, for Summer? Did she accomplish helping helping law enforcement find this baby? No. If anything she accomplished for Summer, she accomplished fucking this case up with a bunch of bullshit.
Well, and she sure
And
wanted off that land in a hurry, didn't she?
and she don't want nobody coming to well, Mrs. Jody Sue Brown, you don't fucking own Tennessee. I'm sorry to tell you, you don't own Tennessee. You don't have the right to tell people who can and who can't be there, move there, or stay there, or anything else about there.
Oh, I
That
agree with
Tennessee
you.
don't belong to you, hon. I'm sorry. You know, you were not born with a big ass gold spoon in your fucking mouth, as we all can see. You were some ratty ass living up on some other man's parents' property that for
And
some
acted
reason
like it was hers.
you became obsessive with and over and haven't been able to get the hell over it since. And Mrs. High and fucking Mighty. You don't sit on a hill no more over there, hun. And when you did, the only thing you did over on your hill was stare over onto Don and Candus's with pure fucking hate and jealousy, obviously. And I don't know why, but
I think
and
might
and
know
and you
why.
and you stuck your nose so far up this case's ass, and we want to know why. I mean, for somebody who just lived over on a hill and really didn't know these fucking people very well, except, just neighbors. We're just neighbors. The casual, if you need this or you need little that or something, neighbors. But, that's it. Well, for just that fucking kind of neighbor, you sure stuck your nose right in that big pile of shit that went down on June the 15th, 2021. And I got to ask why. What the fuck was your motive? Because you have to have a motive to do what you've done. What was your motive? What the hell's your motive? And what the hell has been your motive ever since? Is it
PG,
your
can I ask
son?
you something?
Is that motive your son? That's what I want to know. Is it your husband? Well, we know that probably ain't it, because hell, you've been trying to throw him under a bus since day one, right? Hauling Summer's body off, the last one to see her dead body, gruesome details to your children. I mean, you wasn't trying to save his ass any, right?
No, she
And
wasn't.
I have a question for TBI. I have a question for law enforcement. Why have they not checked into your fucking insane accusations upon this man? Why have they not did that? Why have they not did lie detectors tests upon you all?
Yeah.
Because you've said enough to make any other law enforcement pull your asses in and demand lie detectors test.
Yeah, what are they doing? Sleeping over there? I mean, seriously, what are they doing? I mean,
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, they listen to all these YouTube videos and they are listening to her. Well, maybe they might have fallen asleep, but I'm just saying, with everything that she has said, why have they not hauled her ass in there?
Exactly.
And then, so she said that Andy took her shirt, the shirt that she was wearing, the day she was looking for Summer, and she was going to auction it off. And he took that shirt. And she said right there in the video how mad she was and doesn't understand why he took that shirt. That makes no sense. Well, what I don't get is where is Andy? Where's Andy's son? How come they're not speaking up? Why aren't they saying anything?
Well, I'm going to tell you, her son came out and, you know, with mommy, and to back up some of the bullshit, and her daughter came out to back up some of the bullshit upon Andy. But Andy's with this new old lady. I'm pretty sure they probably got a baby together because she found the little shoe and freaked the hell out over it all.
Yeah.
You know, so,
Well,
yeah,
I
she's,
I would love to interrogate that woman.
and I do not, you know, and that's what I'm not understanding is why Sheriff Ronnie Lawson is not taking, you know, this lady's words seriously.
Right.
Now, Sheriff Ronnie Lawson is friends with Andy's mother, from my understandings, and Facebook friends with Andy's mother as well. And I think that is, what they call a conflict of interest in this case, to where Sheriff Ronnie Lawson should have been took off of it and someone else replaced upon it.
I do believe that you are correct. Conflict of interest.
Absolutely. And, you know, it's up to we the people to point that kind of shit out so this baby gets the justice it deserves, right?
Right.
I mean, this is a problem. This is a problem.
Well, he lives in the camper with his mom.
So, you know, if the 1 year mark hits and Sheriff Ronnie Lawson has not done something or come out with a little more info, because he's already took abduction off the table. He took that off the table immediately, right?
Right.
Well,
yeah.
Sheriff Ronnie, if you're going to take that off the table, then you need to tell us what the fuck happened. That's what you need to tell us. What happened? I mean, you need to get to prosecuting somebody's ass, or you need to get your ass back in them woods and keep looking.
Yeah.
Whatever's on your mind, something needs to be done with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because Summer needs to be found, Mr. Lawson. Summer needs to be found. And if you can't find her because of your friendships, then we need to find someone that can and will. Right?
Right.
And we don't want to hear about your fucking budget, because they should not ever be a budget for finding missing children. There should not even be a budget. There should be what they call volunteers. And there was millions of them, but you stopped them from coming in down there. And they were willing to do it for free. So don't tell us about your fucking budget. Let them people willing to come in for free come in there and get it done. If you can't, right?
Right. And I believe that maybe it's time that I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's time for some people to start coming down on
Thank you. God bless you. Yes, we got a new member. Absolutely a new member.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, that is awesome.
There needs to be a new set of eyes put on this case.
Yeah. Something.
You know,
because, you know,
Candus
what I'm saying is,
because she's scared for her life.
What I'm saying is, you know, what I'm trying to say is, a few months back, we watched half of our country get destroyed, right?
Yeah.
We watched, you know, shootings, burnings, looting. We watched all kinds of craziness happening, right?
Yeah.
Over what? Something they called injustice. Well, I agree to an extent that yes, it was an injustice. But that ain't what I'm talking about tonight. What I'm talking about tonight is a way more bigger injustice, right? And that bigger injustice is a 5-year-old child. A 5-year-old child that don't have a criminal record, that you know, didn't just do what she wanted to do. She was done. Someone did whatever got done, right?
Right.
Now, here's how I feel about it. You know, why are we going to sit back and watch this type of injustice of a child that has no say,
Yeah.
that has, why are we not standing up for her? Why are we not, marching in the streets for her and all of these other children? Why are we not doing more? What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? Why are we hiding behind these boxes? We need to get our asses out there, and we need to start doing whatever it takes to get these babies found, brought home, and justice for them. And if the parents are the ones doing this shit, then they need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the fucking law. They need to be made an example out of. I'm not for the death penalty. But you know what? If you got to start using lethal injection upon these people to teach these other people not to be doing it, then that's what you got to do, right?
Right. Right.
They didn't mind, they didn't mind not only taking a life, but trying to hide and conceal it. Fucking coward. They're fucking cowards. And why? And that's just to keep them going to jail. How are they going to feel when that needle goes in their arm?
Yeah. I know it was on another channel that they were asking, I think it was on Justice for All today, that, people need to hire a private investigator. Does anybody know how much a private investigator really costs? I mean, it's thousands and thousands of dollars to have a PI go in and look at this case.
Oh, they won't let you put up money for things like that. They won't let you put up money that's going to help the children or to help bring summer home or do any of these things.
Right.
And would that money have, the money that everybody gave Candus and Donald and them, filled Donald's, they went and filled Donald's commissary up to the hilt, and they've been keeping it that way. And all the money they're giving Candus and all the money they're giving Jody Sue's, and wouldn't it have all been better spent on some on some extra law enforcement to go in there and find Summer?
Right. I agree with you. Not to interrupt you, but Justice for All says Jody Sue is listening to you right now. So if you have a message to give to her, now would be the time.
Yeah, I got a message for her. Kiss the backside of my ass. That's the message I got for her. I'd like to know why you're putting out all these accusations about hauling Summer's body off, and your old man's the last one to see her dead body, giving gruesome details. Why the hell are you saying these things, Jody Sue? Why are you saying these things? Why did you lie about a truck going all the way up to the door at the beginning, and now you're saying it was just a flash of red going up the driveway, didn't make it but halfway? If you thought it was probably a neighbor, your son seen it, said, oh, it's just a neighbor's vehicle, oh, that wasn't the same red truck. Let's get them fucking confused. Why did you feel, Jody Sue, that you needed to implicate a fucking truck going up a hill and even doors opening and slamming, and even a big screen to narrate that someone did actually abduct Summer that day, when everybody knows they didn't, unless it was somebody right there in your own community?
Yeah. So, Lisa, you're telling me that Harsh Reality has hired a PI from the United States? Because isn't Harsh from, where is he from? Australia? And now lives over in the UK or someplace?
Also, you know, there's a few things I'd like to know if Jody Sue's watching. If you're watching, I want to know why you gave your son an alibi from the beginning. Made sure you said all three of us were in the cabin. All three of us were together that whole day. All like my son wasn't ever missing. You know, and then you made up the big red truck story. You also made up a red truck. Now this is the other red truck, Jody Sue. Let's not get you confused, hon. But this is the red truck with the ladder axe and the white buckets and the fucking man that you could actually make a sketch of if you had a sketch artist, which they tried to give you one, and for some reason it just didn't ever happen. Well, why don't we try to make that happen, Jody Sue? You know, because you know, and then when you described a man, son of a bitch, you know, older man, something about his hair. What about his fucking hair? What about his hair? I mean, come on. You're so full of shit with your details. You know how to speak as plain as anyone else out here. Oh, you saw somebody do something. Okay, they got either black hair, brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes, blonde hair, brown hair. You know, there's different colors of hair. There's different skin tones. You know, you have your different cultures. You know, Mexican. You have the African American culture. You have the you know all different cultures. You know, you have your white people, you have your Indian folks, you have all these different cultures. It's called cultures. And they're not hard to
Okay,
describe.
Lisa.
Oriental. I mean, how hard is it for you to make a fucking description? Oh, well, he looked like somebody that had their shirt off working on a roof, but not really, um, a different culture. No, was they maybe Indian? You don't know.
Well, why didn't she take the offer up on the
What
police
the fuck?
lady that was going to has offered her many times to do a
Exactly.
sketch?
And why did the dog stop right at your feet?
Yeah.
Actually, why was you in water trying to wash the scent off your ass? Was it because when you got to your little cabin out there, you might have stepped on some of Summer's clothing? Something, and that's why they stopped at your feet? Is because you had her scent on you and you fucking realized it? Could that have been that you stepped on something that she was wearing? Something ain't right. What I'm saying is your mouth has led us to a lot of questions where it comes to you. Absolutely a lot of questions when it comes to you. Let's talk about that ghost that they were chasing, which ended up chasing your son right to you on, the end of August there. What led them down a path, and funny how they ended right up with your son, right?
Yeah.
Saying that's him, that's him, that's him. And oh no, it wasn't him because he was with you again. He was with you, not flying up and down a hill. Now I'm going to tell you something about your son, Jody Sue. He's a young boy. He's used to climbing up and down them damn hills, right? Because you got him climbing up and down shit all the time, looking about those property lines. So he's probably pretty damn fast getting up and down them hills, like most of them country boys are, and a whole lot of us country girls, right? We have no problem getting up in those mountains and back down in a hurry. And then you was asking Chris crazy things about a peeping Tom. Was your son having a bunch of problems with being a peeping Tom and you was worried about him? Or was Don really the peeping Tom? Because after you asked that question, all of a sudden Donald became the big peeping Tom. But is that really who you were asking about? Those are the questions we want to know. And if you're listening to me, Jody Sue, better yet, won't you bring your ass to answer those questions? I don't give a fuck. You do it over here, you do it over there. Just answer the damn questions. That's why you stay away from PG, and you don't like PG because you know what? I ask the hard questions, don't I? Because I gotta need to fucking know. Because you know something, Jody Sue, your fucking house, your camper, the way you live, how you eat, what you wear,
Love you, do boss.
your wish list don't mean shit to me. Absolutely fucking nothing to me. I give a damn less about you and your needs. Because Summer needs to be found. She's the real victim, Jody Sue, not you, not your stinking family or anybody else up there on Ben Hill Road or wherever the hell y'all are sitting now. In your other fucking states or whatever. Like Candus and Grandus.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to tell you is the main thing should have been about this little girl. And you motherfuckers made it about everything else. And your bullshit, fucking slurring mouth, talk around the fucking bush, never say shit hardly, taking up donations like a goddamn piggy bank. That's what you are. You're like
I
a
agree,
fucking somebody
Justice.
rattling a. You're like a child running around rattling a fucking piggy bank constantly, right? Looking for people to put money into it. Well, I think you're a little old, too old to be doing that shit. And you know what even pisses me off more is while you're rattling your fucking piggy bank, you're rattling it off the back of this baby that needs to be found, and you're doing every damn thing except helping to find her.
Yeah.
Everything but that. I'm tired of the shit. I'm tired of the shit. You know, I don't know about Candus and Donald and Grandis. I have no idea about these people at all. But I do know about me. And Summer's got one hell of a motherfucking advocate in me. And let me tell you something. I am not going to give up until this little girl's found and she is brought home and justice is served. And I don't give a flying fuck who the son of a bitch was that did it. They're going to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the fucking law. I hope you understand that, Jody Sue. Because what you better, if you have someone you need to be protecting, then you need to shut your fucking mouth now to protect them. Because all you're doing is hanging people and ain't even got the brains enough to know you're doing it.
Yeah. Well, if she really, really, really wanted to help Summer, she would go and let that lady do a sketch of the guy she's supposedly seen. Do a sketch. Let that artist do your sketch of the guy you supposedly seen. I mean, what person would not? With a child missing, why would you not? That's the question.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, almost a year. Almost a year. Anyone that would support that psychopath Jody Sue in any way, form, or how has to be, personally, in my opinion, they need a psychological evaluation to find out what the fuck's wrong with their mind, right?
Yeah.
That's my conclusion here. Is they need, actually anyone that supported her from day one needs a psychological evaluation. Because I'm going to tell you what, I don't support that bitch. Any way, form, or how. I do not support her.
I don't either.
I don't give a flying fuck about her or her broomstick she flew in on or out on or anything else, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
She needs to seriously,
I don't give a
cough up
damn.
and tell the right story.
You know,
she needs to tell what happened.
She wants to sit around and act like a woo weirdo. Well, you go on and fucking do that, because you know what? I walk with God Almighty. I walk with His Son, Jesus Christ. I'm going to let you know something. I have angels around me. Jody Sue, you're bullshit. I don't know what you're trying to put out there and with your evilness, but you need to know that there's some people that just don't give a flying fuck. They don't give a fuck, and there's a whole lot of us that ain't scared of you or Andy. We don't give a damn about you or Andy. We don't give a shit. We ain't Don and Candus Wells, a couple of cowards on the other hill, letting you talk shit about us. Absolutely not.
Who is she protecting?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. She ain't protecting Candus because she wouldn't protect Candus. She'd have went for the reward. She ain't protecting Grandis. She'd went for the reward. She sure the hell ain't protecting Donald, because we all know she hates that mother freaker. And furthermore, would just love to get their land, right? And even more so, she ain't gonna protect Andy because she done threw that poor fucker under the bus with all the hauling Summer's body off and gruesome detail that she's, gone and all of this. But who is she protecting? Who's left?
Yeah.
Who did they chase down to her property that was up on the hill and possibly could have been up on the hill before that, right?
Right. Oh, but wait, he was
I
getting
mean,
her mail. He was getting her mail.
that's my opinion, my thought, and yeah, I'm thinking it.
Yeah.
Thinking it. I mean, Jody Sue's just been talking a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she's a nutcase, and TBI and law enforcement knew it, but I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not so damn sure. I mean, if she was trying to protect her son, well, jig's up now, right?
Yeah. Protecting her son and got herself involved in it too.
I mean, her protection ran out.
Well,
she might as well go. She might as well go for the reward, even on that one now.
But she's been throwing the story on everybody else but her own family.
Hey, Andy was her family, and she's throwing it on him.
Well, I think I'm talking more about her son.
Actually, she did more damage to Andy than she actually did to Donald, Candus, and Grandis.
Well, I don't know. He is 19. He is of age. He can speak for himself. I mean, if the guy is, I'm just saying, if I was being accused.
She has really put, a nasty stain upon this case. If she's telling the truth, about Andy and everything, then it needs to, they need to take lie detectors test. I think that, the minute the dog stopped at her feet, that said that she had the scent of Summer on her feet, and she should have been right then and there, hauled in, interrogated, and asked to do a lie detectors test. Why was she not?
I don't understand it. I do not understand it.
And these incriminating words came out of her own mouth.
Yeah.
Now, what the hell? Do they think that they're beyond the law because they got Ronnie Lawson in their pocket or something? I don't know. But if that's the case, then Ronnie needs to get thrown off this case and someone else put onto it.
Right. I absolutely agree with you.
What I'm saying is this case needs to be solved. I thought that, I have faith in Ronnie. I absolutely have faith in Ronnie Lawson. I absolutely felt that, he's chosen to bring this child justice. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I am wrong. I mean, this man took, and Ronnie is an old man now. He's going to meet his maker, and he better do the right damn thing before he does, right?
Right.
Hell's awful hot.
So-called 40 is asking, why did Jody refuse LE to search the land she lived on? I do believe they did search her land. Am I correct, PG?
Who? Jody Sue didn't let him search her land. Hell no. No, she didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. She said that way early on.
But here's the thing. Jody Sue doesn't own that land.
No, she said that Andy's mom and dad wouldn't allow it. No, they didn't.
No.
And she also said that Summer died on Saturday, not that June the 15th.
What?
That's what she said. That came out of her own fuck mouth too. And I mean, how does she know that when Summer died if she wasn't there, right?
Wow.
And not the Saturday before, but the Saturday after.
So if she refused to let them search that land, she's not on there no longer. So now they should be back asking for permission to search the land. Ellie should be.
Absolutely.
Asking. Yeah.
TBI is the ones that should be up there handling this shit because there is a conflict of interest with Sheriff Ronnie Lawson being friends with these people.
Right.
I mean, you can't have these people on your. I didn't even think law enforcement is supposed to even have Facebooks, right?
Right. I don't think any neighbor should be. I don't think any law enforcement should be not allowed to check anybody's land. If if I had a missing child close by to me and they want to check my land, have at it. But here's another question.
Yeah, Alyssa, I think that's your name. Yeah, she said that they did search now. Later, she said that, but at the beginning, she said that their land didn't get searched. That Andy's parents said no, they wouldn't going to allow nobody over there on that land. They wasn't coming up there. So but yes, later she did try to say that they did, and it's a damn lie because Donald told me, and Candus. And they all agreed that no, they didn't search Jody Sue's land. That's bullshit fucking lie. At the beginning, they did not. Now, if they did recently or something, maybe, I don't know. After Jody Sue been running that big sut and stuff, possibility. But what I'm saying is at the beginning, Jody Sue's a liar because I heard they did not search that land whatsoever over there. And I know that came out of her own sut too. Because I heard her personally say that Andy's mom and dad did not allow it. Now, I could go back. I don't know if I have the clip or if I'd have to go back and find it, but I know that's what was said. And, over here, we are not Jody Sue fans. We are not Don and Candace Well fans.
No, I'm not.
I mean, if you have a special place in your little heart for these fuckers, then you might want to find another YouTube to be on because this one ain't it for you. Over here, we are 100% for Summer Moon Utah Wells, the real victim. Over here, we are 100% for her and her brothers. We are here for children, the ones that get violated, the ones that get destroyed. That's who we're for. Not these motherfuckers trying to make the dollar off these babies' backs. They can kiss our ass.
I am just saying that if like around here, if we had a child missing, yes, here, check my land. I mean, no questions asked. But somebody in the chat had asked a good question tonight, and I wanted to ask you that.
And I'm going to tell you another thing. They did go to Don Sherfy's girlfriend's house. They did go to Don Sherfy's girlfriend's house, her mother's home, and check the whole property. And not only did they check the property, but his girlfriend's mother opened the door, invited them in, and let them search her whole inside her home and her property, inside and out of her home.
Wow.
They invited them in. Don Sherfy's girlfriend worked in law enforcement. She worked in law enforcement and opened the doors up so that they could check everywhere. And that is the truth. When Jody Sue and them were shutting law enforcement down, they were opening everything up to them. They also found Jody Sue creeping on their property.
Oh, I'm sure.
And had to remove her. Had to literally remove her off their property because she was snooping around and they didn't want her there in fear that she would try to plant something on their property. And she was telling them that she was looking for some kind of metal or something. Now, I don't know what the fuck she was looking for, but they should have reported that to TBI as well, right? That she was up there snooping around looking. What was she looking for? Did somebody drop something that she needed to retrieve? And didn't know where they dropped it at? I mean, what I'm saying is if she's got a peeping Tom, was that peeping Tom going on everybody's land?
Yeah.
I mean, was he looking in everyone's windows?
Thank you, Brenda. I mean, like, is that even true? I mean, do you really think that Don was over there peeping in her windows?
I'm going to tell you, I got a video where he totally and utterly says that's fucking, ludicrous. Absolutely not. That he would not be over there looking at her big fucking ass. That was disgusting.
Somebody had asked a question in the chat tonight earlier that when the police were up on the Wells land up there, they must not have come across any drugs or anything like that. Because if they had, would they have been arrested? That's what somebody is asking. The day that Summer came missing.
They didn't let him up there.
They
And I'm
didn't.
going to tell you that's exactly why not. It's because they know that her old dude was a full-blown, they couldn't let him up there if they wanted to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got, and even Sheriff Lawson said what? They wasn't a bunch of dealers. One. And he knew who that was. But yet, he's done nothing to shut it down now, right? He has full knowledge of it, but done nothing to shut it down.
Right. So, I mean,
and if they was
no
doing
comment.
1,000 plus a week from Dawn, then that ain't no small time shit.
No.
That's big time shit right there.
Well, I know that, I know that, like, a dealer, or, I mean, even a meth head could go through $3,000 a week doing meth or crack, It just depends on how bad of how bad the drug addiction is, and if you take that and you divide it by 2 people that are doing it, it's just, I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
Right. And this woman talks about how hyper vigilant she is. Bullshit. Pure bullshit.
Hillbilly
Absolute
29,
bullshit.
Hillbilly says,
Because if you, for one, if she heard all that shit, a scream, flashing red, corridor slamming, she would have had, you're that stupid? You're not going to call the police? You're not going to go check to see what's going on? Come on.
and how did she see Summer's body?
This man pulls up at the bottom of your driveway to fucking try to get on his own property that he has a deed to be on. He paid for it. He has the right to be on it. And you swoop upon him with your old man within seconds. This poor fucker don't even get his truck. His dog barely taking a piss. And you freaking down there on him and having him removed. And then later that night, going and looking for him, you creeper.
Yeah, Katie,
really?
I believe that she
what the fuck was you out at a hotel? You suggest hotels and then you become a creeper that night to go fucking find him? Are you really serious?
Well,
what was you going to do to him?
Yeah.
You weirdos. You're fucking something wrong with your head.
Well, she's the one that said that she would go out in the middle of the night, walking the fence lines. I'm in the middle of the night.
Yeah, let me tell you something. And she's worried about a creeper or a peeker, right?
Exactly. And probably
people that's worried about a creeper or a peeker ain't going to be outside fucking after dark. They're going to be in the house with the doors locked, and it's called lock and load, right?
Right.
What the fuck?
And then saying that she saw Summer coming out of the shower with Don while she was in the car. You can't even see the shower. You can't even see the bathroom from the car door. She's full of it.
They did harass Mr. Dobbs. And not only did they harass this poor man and run him off, but then they tried to lie on him and say he was up there camping. He wasn't ever camping. She lied. This woman's a fucking liar. Now, who was she trying to protect that she felt a need to throw people under the bus the same way the Wells were doing? You know, I understand the Wells throwing people under the bus because they got a missing fucking daughter and they may have to save their own asses as well, right? But, you know, Jody Sue didn't need to do anything but keep her fucking mouth shut in the hell out of this case, right? If she hasn't, what I'm saying, unless she's got a horse running in it, then there's no reason for her to join. But she must have a horse in it. Somewhere she's got to have a horse because she's got her nose stuck way in here too far.
Well, and that's what I mean. If she knows something, she needs to tell something.
Right.
This isn't a game anymore, Jody.
No,
Sue.
what she needs to do is just come clean, Jody Sue. Do you know, is your horse an actual person, or is that big ass fucking dollar sign?
Yeah.
It's one or the other. Now we're gonna figure out what the fuck it is. And your dollar's pretty much going to get shut down now. I mean, every creator's on you, and every creator is talking about your boy now, and every creator's just going to get your money load. Your money load's fucked. I mean, nobody else is going to support that shit any longer. You can forget about it. You can forget about it. Even the people dumb enough to support you in the beginning, they ain't going to be supporting you no more.
I agree with the White Widow.
Because now your son's starting to look like the fucking Thief and Tom.
Yeah.
That everybody was worried about to begin with. And it's all thanks to her own mouth.
Yeah.
You know, she really just needs to shut up. That's what she needs to do.
Well, I just don't get what she has to say. I mean, what are you
milking
saying
his case
to
for
people?
the dollar? That's what she's doing.
Unreal.
It is unreal. You know, you think she gives a flying fuck about Summer or finding Summer or bringing Summer home? No. Absolutely not. But you know what? We do. We do. Yeah. We absolutely do. And it's going to get done. It's going to get done. She ain't got a damn thing to bring to the table. No, actually, to be honest with you, I have laid way more on the table than Jody Sue's ever laid on a fucking table in this case.
Yeah.
And I didn't even live across the road from the fucking Wells. Yeah. Just imagine if I did. Somebody would already been in fucking prison.
Well, like I said before, if you have something to say, say it. We don't care about the land and the creepers and the peepers and the meth heads. You know something, Jody Sue. Just spill the beans. Just quit talking in riddles.
I'm sorry, but okay. Mr. Quinn is in chat. He's just stupid.
What's he saying? Oh.
And did you see it?
I tried give you shadow doubt and was just gonna do no.
You said my name.
You said your name?
He said you said my name, Jody Sue, when I was. And I'm not gonna say the rest.
Oh.
What is that stupid? Funny, but stupid.
You got Chris Larson is in here tonight. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, and you can understand me. Thank God for that, right? Because I don't smoke all that slur and everything.
Jody Sue said my name as you were banning me. What?
He's dumb.
Yeah, Jody Sue's another one that blocks people, because she doesn't. She thinks that you're not as intelligent as she is. Because she believes that she's a very smart woman. Yeah.
You know, I've been, I've had my suspicions on her from day one. I mean, I thought, as in covering up something, I didn't suspect, I didn't, for one, I didn't expect, well, I did kind of have my eye, I did kind of have my eye on that son of hers from day one, especially when she said to scream. And I had mentioned before, could it possibly been coming from that cabin up there, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people do things, right? And I heard her son was into those weirdo sexual cartoon things too, as well.
Well, even if...
So I don't know. I don't know. What I'm saying is, it seems like a lot of people up there in that area is into, some bunch of child sicko stuff, right?
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest.
Something's going on up there that she doesn't want people up there.
And
maybe she's gonna go have her meeting in the night. Do you remember that?
Hello, our lavender moon. Hey, he said, hello, Big Papa. Yeah, and her meetings up in the woods, and
yeah,
and whatever. I mean, are you kidding me? There's only two things people meet in the woods for, right?
Yeah.
One of them, I don't think they do anymore. I mean, it would be like insane if they did, right? But number two is, you got to be in a cult, some kind of weird occult shit. And that would be the most prominent thing in 2021, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's the most.
You fear for your children's lives, but yet you're out walking in the woods in the middle of the night,
checking some property line.
Yeah, and then it's like,
really?
Gonna meet up tonight. Gonna have a meeting in the woods. If you're scared, don't bother coming. What?
Right.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what she's smoking or what kind of drug she's on, but I don't want any of them. I'm just saying, I don't want none of that.
Jody Sue blocked me a year ago. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, Chris. We definitely know that they are liars. They couldn't tell the truth if it slapped them in the face.
Right.
None of them could tell the truth. Yeah.
Right. It's like, I don't know. I mean, if she's up there meeting in the woods, then it's for some freaky ass shit that also needs to be looked into, right? Because we got a little girl that's disappeared, and this woman's talking about, she didn't come up missing on that, or she came up missing on June the 15th, but she didn't die until Saturday after, right?
Yeah. Something
and they were out
her.
June the 14th, the night of the 14th, at hotel rooms looking for an old man that had been up there that day to claim his property and couldn't because they had him ran off, right? And what kind of fucking law do they have that runs a man off that has a deed to his own property that should have been allowed to stay upon it?
Yeah, one they did not.
I mean, what does that say for their law enforcement?
Right.
I mean, is their law enforcement meeting up in the woods too? What the fuck?
Well, it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it?
It does. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one case that ain't going to get to run cold. And sure, Ronnie Lawson, what I'm saying is I don't know who did it, but whoever did it's going to have to take the bullet for it, right?
Right.
Because they need this shit shut down. So sure, Ronnie Lawson better just tell whoever did it, you're going to take the bullet, and that's the way it is, right?
Yep.
You done it, you pay for it.
Well, and that's another thing that Jody Sue sits
You
over
know,
there. She
be
doesn't have
careful
any
next
proof.
time.
Where's all her receipts about everything that runs out of her mouth? You know, where's all her proof? She doesn't have
Right.
any. Her mouth just runs for days and days and days.
Right.
And days and days. I don't know when that woman gets any sleep.
Hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what I'm talking about. And, you know, what I'm saying is we got, you know, we're looking for a 5-year-old missing child. And yes, I do keep saying 5 because, you know, I don't, me personally, and this is my opinion, and I know a lot of people, like we all want Summer to still be with us, right? Absolutely, we do. But I don't feel she is. And in my religion, you know, whatever age you were when you got took out, that's the age you're going to be forever. And that's why I call her 5. And, you know, it just is what it is. And, you know, when Don and Candus let those balloons off in the sky and it was only 5, that told me that, you know,
Oh, yeah.
they knew, you know, they knew. And they've told us in so many different ways. And that's what I keep telling everybody, you know, they told us in so many different ways. Now, what exactly happened up there, I don't know. But whatever it was, I believe destroyed this baby. And they're trying to cover it up. And by God, we need justice for that shit, right?
Yeah.
We need justice. Now, if Jody Sue's got a peeping Tom son that can get up and down them hills the way they tried to say he did that day when they chased him, then he could have got up and down that hill on June the 15th.
Right.
Just as fast.
Yeah, you know, White Widow Baby, yeah, I wish we all could speak dog because then we would know the truth about what happened. Seriously.
So, I don't know. You know, I just want Summer found like everyone else. And I want justice for this little girl.
Well, and that's why I say if she had wandered off with all those dogs up there, at least one would have followed her.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's just the way it is. You know, dogs follow people, dogs follow children. So if she was, you know, had headed into the woods or something, a dog would have followed her. Because there was way too many up there not to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
You
I'm gonna
know,
step down.
there's no such thing as the, you know, the back in the day, you know, what they call themselves now is the militia. And they don't go up into woods anymore. I mean, that's just like they don't meet in woods for meetings and shit. Most of them, you know, are bikers or, you know, bunch of uneducated mercenaries, and they, you know, like Donald Wells, you know, they're just, you know, I don't know what to say for people that, you know, that hate other cultures and races, because I don't. When we get to heaven, there's going to be every race and culture there. And if you can't get along with them here, then you probably ain't going to even make it there to get along with them. And, you know, so I believe there's one race, and it's called the human race. And we're all fighting the same fight, right? Against evil to get to a better place than this. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't go around judging people unintelligently for things that, that none of us have control over. None of us
Well,
have control over, that's ignorant. I mean, it just shows what kind of person you are if you do that.
so
It's not righteous,
no,
in my
no,
book to be like that. I mean, I love all humans, not some, but all humans. And I wish all humans could, just be kind and caring and loving and tell the truth and do what they need to be doing instead of hateful, ugly, bitter, and always looking for somebody to, to take their hate out on because they truly hate their fucking self.
yeah.
And it's disgusting. It's damn
Well,
disgusting. And people that dislike children, I really don't have no respect for you.
I am
Absolutely not.
not blocked from. I probably will be now, but I'm gonna go over and ask Jody Sue. I'm gonna ask her because she says the dogs are the key. I'm gonna ask her
Yeah.
what does that
And,
mean?
and that mother freaking key came right down and sniffed your foot, lady.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask
So
her
is
what
that
that
the key
means.
we missed? Huh? Is that what we missed? Was the fact that you stepped on her clothes or something and the fucking scent was on you? And the key was on your heel, not Candus's? Is that what we have missed?
Yeah.
I don't
Hey,
know, but you know what? I think it's worth investigating, right?
yeah, I'm gonna go over there and ask her. What
Yeah,
does that mean?
go over there and then come back
You
and
know?
let me know what she has to say. Cause she ain't talking no shit over here right now. She listening, but she ain't saying nothing, right?
Oh, she probably knows I'm on my way. Hey, Lisa, we only seen 5 balloons. We didn't see 6.
Yeah.
I saw the picture of 5 balloons. I did not see a picture of 6. Where did you see that picture?
What picture?
Lisa says that she saw a picture of 6 balloons for summer.
No. Yeah, they were holding 6, but only 5 went up. One of the balloons. Grandis had 2. Candus had 2, and Donald had 2. Donald
Oh,
took care of one of the balloons, so only 5 went up. Yes.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Huh. Well, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go to bed. Well, I'm gonna run over and see if Jody Sue's on and ask her that real quick. But it's like 1 o'clock in the morning here, so.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Well, yeah,
I'll
it
pop
is
over
getting
there. I'll
late.
pop
Well,
over there.
I thought you was coming back, so I'm going to head out of here too. But
I'll
yeah,
let you know what she says. I'm
are
sure I'll
you
get blocked.
coming
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, hang on a few minutes. I'm gonna see
All
what she
right.
says. Okay, I'll be back.
Yeah, he did pop one. He popped one because he only wanted the 5 to go up. Because in when you're a Christian, that's our Christian belief, right? Whatever age some person passes, that's like their age forever, right? And that is what it is. I mean, except for like super old people, they think that they're going to be like, some people think they're going to be made young again. I don't know. I mean, with God, all things are possible, right? So, but when you dream of your loved ones that's passed away, you always see them at the age they passed away, right? I mean, even if you see a loved one you didn't ever meet or know and you explain it to your parents or something and they show you a picture and you say, oh, yeah, that's them. It's pretty much the older picture when they passed away, right? You probably didn't notice the kid one or the teenager one or any of those. It was the older one. You say, oh, that's that person. because, and that's just, the way that in our religion we believe. And exactly, Lisa. I told you, Grandis had two, Candus had two, and Donald had two. Yes, but when they went to put them off in the air, Donald busted one, and only 5 went up. If the picture of the balloons actually in the sky, only 5. I mean, I have it. I'll bring it up tomorrow night. But yes, there's only 5. Oh, did she already get off panel? PG, she is not on panel. Oh, okay. So she done hauled ass, right? Yeah. That's about right. They run when the shit starts getting Wisconsin Mama says I will ask her tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. That's what I would do too. I asked her tonight. He ran her off. She's no longer there, huh? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Andy probably called her and told her what an idiot she is. All right, I'm bringing you up, Wisconsin Mama.
She's not up. She's not online.
Right.
So.
But she was there a while ago.
Yeah, she was. She was. Guess I missed my opportunity. But I'll check and see tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know why she still has a channel. That channel's just pure lies and evilness over there.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if she's still up. It's just like
she stepped away, but the live is still there. LOL. Oh shit.
Well, that's all right. I'll catch her tomorrow. Hey, it's not like she's not going to be there tomorrow, right?
Probably Andy called her up and told her, PG's right. You're an idiot. You need to keep your mouth shut. Because it's fun to play on the crazy farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably is. I don't know. I hate to sit around and listen to pure bullshit and lies. So
well, yeah.
it don't work out for me over there at all.
No.
And those people don't want to hear the truth. They're content with all the bullshit, right?
Right.
I mean, but then again, they're stepping on Summer's back for the same reason a lot of other people are. Click, like, view. So it's it's sad. Most of us didn't think we'd ever see the day when people do shit like this, but they do it, right? They do it. I mean,
yep, they do.
It's horrible. It's horrible. How many people, how many people will try to jump into something for the wrong reasons? And God knows your heart. He knows your heart. And the thing is when God's looking, when God's checking you out, you had better already checked yourself to make sure you're doing everything for the right reasons, not the wrong reasons.
Exactly.
You better just make sure that because if you ain't okay with yourself, then you ain't okay with God either.
Exactly.
And we know the truth about oneself. We always know the truth about oneself and why we got our foot or our hand or anything into anything, and it better be for the damn right reason. And in
Right.
this, in cases like this, it better be to find that child and to keep pressure on law enforcement and to be doing the right things, because if it's not, your ass is in a lot of trouble with the Lord. And I don't want to be in that kind of trouble. Absolutely not.
Me either. But I'm gonna check myself out right now.
Um,
I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna hit the sack.
all right. Good night, Wisconsin Mama.
Okay.
Much love to you,
Yeah,
sweetheart.
much
I
love
see
to
you. Lord
Okay.
willing, I don't come on tomorrow, Sunday.
No, I know you don't.
So
I
I'll
know
be
you
back
don't.
on Monday. God
Okay.
bless you.
Yeah, God bless you and everybody in the chat. Have a good night.
All right. Good night. All right, everybody. I'm going to follow Wisconsin Mama out too. And I shall return Monday, Lord willing. And you got to always say the Lord willing, right? And I hope he's willing. And but I do believe that our will is his will if it's for the right reasons. So I'm sure we'll be meeting back up on Monday and bringing more things to the table. And all I can do is bring everything to the table for you. And it's up to everybody here to make up our minds, what we believe and what we don't believe, right? But the main thing is, in this case, is I feel we do got it isolated. I feel we do got it isolated to 2 hills on 110 Ben Hill Road, right? We got it isolated down to the Wells and their little buddies across the road there. Thanks, and all that's to Jody Sue's mouth. We have to appreciate her mouth, because her mouth is actually what implicated the other heel over there that she was supposedly on. So, bottom line is, law enforcement's right. It's right there. I mean, the answer is right there. On Ben Hill Road. All the answers are right there of what happened. So, as I said, we got it isolated. And our biggest thing is to just keep Summer in the spotlight. Don't let her be pushed back the way they're wanting her pushed back. We want to keep her in the spotlight. We absolutely want to keep the pressure on law enforcement to do something on this case. And that 1 year mark, I'm sorry to tell Jody Sue, but I think Tennessee is going to be full of people. If you're going to be there, you better get a hotel room now. Call in, get your hotel room early, because you will not be getting one if you don't have one booked already, pretty much. So make sure you make your accommodations now for then. Anyway, that's the most I can say is we're doing what needs to be done over here. We're absolutely doing what needs to be done, and we're doing a damn good job. That's exactly what we're doing. What other people's doing, I have no idea. I know All Things on the Farm over there built her channel upon Summer's back, and now she's talking about other things, and I don't know. I don't know. But it's her channel, right? And ain't much anybody can say or do about that. So, but as for us, like they say, as for me and my household, we shall serve the Lord, right? Our God, absolutely. So, over here, that's what we do. And we will keep Summer in the spotlight until they, find her, bring her home, and get justice for her. And sure, Franny Lawson needs to understand that, he's got foul play on the table, and if it's so foul play, he better be building that case to get justice for wandering off. Then he needs to get that ass in the woods and find her, right? But anyway it goes, we want Summer home. That's what we want. And we will push and push and push until we get what we want, because we're not giving up on this baby. Absolutely not. So keep the prayers going up. I know God's answering. Just keep them prayers going up, because that's what's going to bring that baby home faster than anything else is God Almighty. So, we don't know where she's at, but he does. And we need those prayers to go up so he leads us to wherever that place is, that she can be found. And amen. Exactly right. White window baby. Thank you. And that's what I'm saying. Absolutely. I got 2 songs for Summer tonight, because the one I didn't think it was fair to her that I had to take her other one down, so I'm replaying it tonight. And then I made another one for her as well on the way out of here. So I'm going to play the first one for her.
The farmer in the dell. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer in the dell. The farmer takes the wife, the farmer takes the wife. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the farmer takes the wife. The wife takes the child, the wife takes the child. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the wife takes the child. The child takes the nurse, the child takes the nurse. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the child takes the nurse. The nurse takes the cow, the nurse takes the cow. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the nurse takes the cow. The cow takes the dog, the cow takes the dog. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the cow takes the dog. The dog takes the cat, the dog takes the cat. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the dog takes the cat. The cat takes the mouse, the cat takes the mouse. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the cat takes the mouse. The mouse takes the cheese, the mouse takes the cheese. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the mouse takes the cheese. The cheese stands alone, the cheese stands alone. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the cheese stands alone. Hi-ho, the dairy-o, the cheese stands alone.
Thank you, Susan, for the super sticker. I so appreciated it. God bless you. And here's this song that takes that I'm going to play tonight. Take everybody out. It's Summer Lullaby, and a good night to everyone. Much, much love. Keep the prayers going up, and keep praying for Tennessee Shine and beautiful Norway and everyone that's needing prayers. Keep those prayers going up. Pray for one another, and always know PG's praying for you guys as well. God bless you guys. Good night, everybody. Much love.